Yo, yo, yo. What it do? What it do? In the building one more again, man. Got my boy Sosa with me. What's happening with your Sosa?
Everything good, man. Ride shotgun for the 11 o'clock late night with the Silver Killers.
Yeah, man. You know, we try to get them late workers, you know what I'm saying? Late night twerkers out there doing their thing. You feel me? You know, just in
Let
the
me get my
building, man. Go ahead, what you about to say?
get the chat going so I can see who pulling up.
We got Super Reggie 29 in the building. You know what I mean, man? Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all check out that debate show Ankh did with on over there in HOK Debate Coliseum. He pretty much schooled Sanchez. I ain't really get to watch the whole thing, but I already know what time it is. Like it's been a regular thing over the last 5-10 years now.
Yeah,
So we already know the outcome. We know what they coming with. We know what the antics was in the chat. We know what Sanchez followers gonna do. You know what I mean? It's the same old, you know what I mean? But hey, let's get it. You feel me?
yeah, shit, man. If the people want to see it, get the people what they want. All right.
Ain't
So
nothing like the monies.
yeah, you feel me? I know his people like to, what I mean, come root them on. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, should be
Yes, sir.
enjoyable. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, man. But so man, look, before we get into that, I saw this little debate that this girl was having with a dude. It was two Christians that was going at it over free will. And it was shocking to me because you never really hear a Christian arguing that there is no free will. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. My homeboy
You know
sent
what I think, Can I say? I think like a Calvinist dude. I can't remember which one. You know what I'm saying? So
mm-hmm.
she might be like a different branch because I think that dude Courtney might have. I gotta look it up though. I think there's a group that doesn't that. You know what I mean? 'Cause they got different interpretations by some.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought according to the Bible, um, you know, well according to the Bible, God gave man free will. I mean,
That's what I thought.
I thought that was dead in the water.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean? Like,
But when
free-
but when you hear the argument, it makes sense because if God knows everything, He knows everything you're gonna do. He knows, everybody, every like He's omniscient. He's everywhere. He's omnipotent, all powerful, um, omnipresent. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, everything, knows all. So if He already knows what you're gonna do 10 years from now, then could you have done anything different? That would mean you didn't have free will to do that, right? Because you was already going to do that regardless before you even did that.
See, I look at it as, let's say, I know your future, kid. Like I know your future. I know what you're gonna do a year from now. Everything you're gonna do. I just know the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you when you go into this McDonald's, you ain't gonna order a Big Mac.
Mm-hmm.
You go order double filet of fish. Now you could have chose the Big Mac, but I just know the future, and I know that you're gonna get that double filet of fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but so
But it
you
don't take away your free will. You feel me?
yeah, I mean it kind of does though because it's already been written. Is what they say a lot of times. Oh, it was written. Or a lot of times what I hear, and this used to be a flaw of mine back in the day, right? So I used to have a temper to where I would run up on anybody back in the day if I felt like I was wronged about some shit. And my whole defense in my own head was God ain't gonna take me before my time. You know what I'm saying? So if it was meant for me to die right then and there in that moment, then I would die, and that was just my time to go. So it's almost like you run into situations feeling invincible when you really aren't. You know what I'm saying? But you run into situations like, yeah, God ain't gonna take me before my time. But you don't realize, like, yeah, you could have got popped just then for no reason, or for your ego. And
You say God ain't tell you before your time, but then you say not even knowing what your time is. See, you assume
yeah, no,
you
so
already
no, so this
you
so this
already
was the whole
assuming
yeah.
that
But
you already assuming that you know what the time is. Like,
so
nah.
this was the thought process. This was the thought process. If I was to die in that moment, then it was my time to go. But if it wasn't my time to go, then ain't nothing gonna happen to where I'm gonna leave the earth in that moment. And that just gave me all the bravery in the world. You know what I mean? Now realizing, like, yeah, I could have just been gone just now. Like, nigga could have took me out just now for on some random
Yeah.
shit.
Wasn't
You
my
know what I'm saying?
time. Yeah, you're right. It ain't
Yeah, I
your
got I
time
got
till
lucky. I got lucky a
it
lot.
ain't your time till when's my time? Oh, see, right there.
I'm gonna
Good
just say
night.
I didn't fear death, nigga. I got lucky a lot of times. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what
Right.
I mean? But
Yeah. God's grace. Yeah, yeah. I'm lucky. Yeah. God's
what
grace.
what you say? Babies and fools.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nah, but man, listen to this jump real quick, man. Before we get into the whole Ankh and Sanchez debate, I think they debating whether or not man originated in Africa, and we gonna get into it a little bit. We are gonna open the panel up in a second for real. See what y'all think about it. But yeah, here we go, man. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see. Make sure I share that audio. You see that?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
If you're God and you know the future, it means that it's set in stone.
You didn't answer my question.
You gonna block it or not? You gonna let it run? Oh, there it is.
If I know something, it doesn't mean that I caused it. If God knows something because he is omniscient and his knowledge is infallible, it cannot be wrong.
If you know
If God
something,
can,
does that
can
mean
we
that
do
you
things?
caused it?
Can we do
Yo,
things
chat, she can't answer
there
questions.
you
She is
go
low
again, framing
IQ.
situations.
I've been cooking you. It's been a bloodless. I've been wearing all black because it's been a funeral. I wore all black today because this has been a funeral. And she rage quit. Get her up out of here. So you believe that we don't have any free will then?
I think free will is a concept that is made up, and I don't think that it predicts the way that we act. No.
Yeah, so like it doesn't exist, which is what you mean. Free will doesn't
No.
exist. Okay.
I think, I
So
don't,
if
and I don't
if
think that you think so either if you're a Christian.
no, I do. But if free will doesn't exist, then everything would be predetermined.
Well, do you believe God is omniscient?
I'm asking you a question. You can't ask me. You
I'm
can't.
asking
You
you a
have to
question
answer
too.
my question before asking me a question.
So I think that
I think I may have missed your question, Cooley. That's
Okay.
just being fair. That sounded like a statement to me. She may have thought the same thing, but it's so
No, no.
maybe.
I asked it very clear. I said,
Okay.
so if you don't believe in free will, then you do you believe that things are predetermined?
There you go.
So I believe that everything can be explained causally whenever we act. And I'm specifically talking about not metaphysically, not when we're taking a step back into like looking at how things work and like not in regards to human cognition. When we do look at human cognition, the way that every action that we take and the thoughts that we have can be explained by prior causes rather than just in the moment. Suddenly you have this, these desires. Like whenever you look at like the causes of your actions, it's not coming from thin air, which is what libertarian free will tends to assume. Instead, when I have a desire and I act on it, that can be explained by my prior conditioning, my biology, as well as my socialization. And that is what explains your actions. So being a determinist, that is what I mean when I say that we don't have free will.
So I felt like she was cooking right then and there.
Yeah, she explained that. Like that's the actually that's a little odd there. Kind of threw me off because that's the scientific explanation right there.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I felt
Yeah.
like and then when you look at the beginning of it, I told my homeboy, I was like, man, look, I said the power of suggestion is real because when you look at the title of this thing, it says the dude. What is? Hold on, let me see what the title of this jump. It says
Oh yeah,
dude
Coolio obliterated. Yeah, so bad.
obliterated Xena
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
then
Hold
it
on,
is
my bad.
predetermined. That
yeah.
will be
My bad. It said Coolio, Cooley obliterated, Jubilee and all of that, as
Yeah.
well as you got the debate tactics that we often see on over there on Sonetta when Ankh go over there to debate. They you gonna see this dude do a lot of those tactics. You know what I'm saying? Where they overtalk, or we be like, yo, define that word you saying or whatever, and they can't really define it, so they put it back on you like, oh, you're stupid, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
He does a lot of that, and so I was like, damn, maybe that tactic is useful because it works.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it kind of dumbed it down. But like I said, when somebody using that tactic, they use that because they can't engage in an intellectual way. Because there's a reason why she's an answer is a predetermined. Because like, no, well, not predetermined. You know what I'm saying? So she
Hmm.
had to explain it in order for it to make sense.
But she actually explained predetermined, but I guess she's not trying to claim predetermined.
Yeah, because it's not because you know how it is. Like it's determined, but not necessarily predetermined. Like like when you said it's predetermined, I mean like you there was no other choice.
Hmm.
There were other choices, just that at that moment, at that time, that is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That is what you would that's basically what you were destined to do, based on all the circumstances around it. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
sometimes when you say predetermined, it just means like people will think like, well, why even bother with life? You know what I'm saying?
Mm, right, right,
Well,
right.
yeah, because I got control over nothing. I mean, it doesn't quite mean it like that. You feel me? So
Right, right.
yeah,
But I'm gonna play a little more. Hold on, let me see.
to my question, right?
I feel like predetermined is not the right terminology I would use, but
Would you if I could maybe help clear this up? It's basically
So
what you're saying.
I
It's
got you, Dane.
basically what you're
I
saying,
got you,
Zena.
Dane. Dane, real
Okay.
quick, I got you.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's just have the back and forth.
All right. All right.
You said that predetermined is the wrong term, but based off of what you explained, you said that, well, I believe that we can, find an explanation in most things. And by looking through the past, by looking through history, we can, like, even about, our actions and things like that. If we just look at things, we can basically, you're saying we can see, like, oh, I was influenced here, which then triggered this reaction or this non-action. That's what you're saying, right?
so I'm not saying necessarily let's go back in time. I'm
Not in
saying that
time,
based on
but
okay, yeah, because you were saying go back into history and all these other things. I'm saying that when we look at how human cognition works, we can see that we are essentially like a bundle of our socialization and our biology. And
yeah,
these prior conditions predict how we act in each moment. For example, if I want to like choose a blue shirt in the morning instead of a red shirt, I might feel in the moment that that's a kind of completely random idea. But what I don't realize is that in the past, I might have been kind of primed to like blue because I wore it a lot as a kid, or maybe because I saw it a lot on TV or whatever. Maybe
yeah.
biologically, I'm primed to like blue more, just like aesthetically. That
I
is the
get,
cause for my action, not something in the moment that was totally free. It's your circumstances
I
and
get
how
what
you
you're
were
saying.
born that causes your action. So I just want to be totally clear. That's what I mean.
Okay, so then it's a system of predictions is what you appeal to, a system of predictions, or is it a system that, or do you believe that we can actually have, like, it can be guaranteed, it can be concrete, that based off of past experiences and XYZ, we can guarantee that your actions or your behaviors will be this way? Is it a guarantee or just a solely a prediction?
It doesn't have to be guaranteed, although in certain scientific studies, they're able to actually look at your brain and what's going on there and be able to see what choice you're going to make pretty reliably. But that's not necessary. What I'm saying is that whatever you choose in any instance can be explained, right?
Totally fine.
More
So
than
if
something
it
that's
isn't,
free.
totally fine, but if it isn't guaranteed, here's the thing: if it isn't guaranteed, then it's free will. If we can
That's not
predict
true.
some things, listen, what from what you just said was not.
And see, I think that what he messed up. He said if it's not guaranteed, it's free will. But that's where a lot of the Christians kind of get science mixed up because they think science means guarantee 100%.
yeah, yeah. I could tell like he clearly didn't he's trying to understand what she's saying, but he doesn't fully understand what she's saying.
Right.
And,
Right.
you know what I mean? Because she's trying to not hark on guarantee because see, whenever you say guarantee, you get into the predetermined, like everything is fixed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I can see why he's messing up, and I can see why he think he's killing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You feel like he's rocking.
He definitely think he rocking, yo.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sensical, and you actually proved free will with the words that came out of your mouth. I'll explain it to you. You said that, well, we can look through your behaviors and the things that you was influenced by and your experiences and stuff like that to predict possibilities and outcomes and things like that. But it does not mean that it's guaranteed. So now I'm going to ask you a question, and I need an answer. Why isn't it not guaranteed?
Dude, what I'm saying is
why
that
isn't it not
scientists
guaranteed?
have to be omniscient.
No, why isn't it not guaranteed?
How the human brain works.
Why, if it's just predictions, why isn't it not guaranteed?
Dude,
no, I need an answer to the question. If it's not predicted,
no, because
I'm asking you a question. If it's not predicted, why is no? I did it perfectly, Zena. It's on predictions. You said yes to it.
Stop talking respectfully, or we're not able to have a conversation.
The only way we can have a conversation or a debate is if there's a back and forth with a question and an answer, an assertion and a refutation. He's asking a question. If you don't want him talking over you, then please answer the question.
Dane, respectfully, as the moderator, you should understand that when someone reframes what you're saying into something else and then asks you a specific question on basis of the reframing, it's not genuine debate. It's not debate etiquette. So I'm going to continue to restate what I said.
Respectfully, as the moderator, I'm not involved in the debate. As I said when we started, I'm just a traffic cop to try to keep the debate on course. So as it's going on course, he's asked you a question. Respectfully, if you just answer his question. If you ask him a question and he's trying to not answer it, or if he's not answering it clearly, if you will give me an opportunity, I will also defend your position. But what's not going to happen is for you to moderate the debate. So we need you to answer the question.
If I'm simply not being engaged in the proper way,
there's no need for the meta. There's no need for the meta.
What meta? What?
The meta where you are having a conversation with.
Things are predictions. Before I restate the question, I'm just going to do a little bit of meta to see if I got it right. Because, I'm not, all knowing. I could have got it wrong. So you said that things are predictions. And you also said that it isn't necessarily guaranteed. Do I at least have that right? So human behaviors, we know it by, we can basically predict human behaviors, but it is not guaranteed. Do I at least have that part right?
So when we say it is, when you said it's not guaranteed, I knew that this was going to start a strange positioning of the argument.
All right, fellas, mission is critical. I was searching my name online.
Yeah, he about to do some commercial shit. I gotta skip past that. What you think so far, yo?
Yeah. Like I said, she seemed pretty sharp. I see why she dipped. She probably was like, you know what? I got time. Yeah, but she seems pretty sharp. She's pretty sharp.
Yeah, man. She hold on, let me let this commercial ride past real quick.
Tackle it straight from the scientific. He's trying to, get him to understand, like, but that's hard for somebody that doesn't think scientifically to get what she's saying. So.
Right. Right. And that's a lot of times, man, in these debates. Hold on, let me take that off for a second, man. A lot of times in these debates, man, that's what you're dealing with. Somebody that don't know the science and will use the other tactics and the what you call it, the showmanship to kind of like throw the audience off or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because if even if it's not predictable, and all these different things can occur, right? He's saying, well, if it's not guaranteed and there's a change, then that just automatically means I win because the change is free will. No, the change is the circumstances. I was hungry, or a smell. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so it's it's the choice is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but he's not gonna. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna understand that unless you're in a whole conversation talking about determinism. He's not gonna get that, and she don't got enough time on that show to explain it to him the way he get it.
Right. Yeah, man, I just told my partner that. I said, yo, it take longer than 5 minutes to explain that shit that we
Man,
you know
all
what I
this
mean?
shit in the Discord, man,
Man,
man.
listen. You know how many paragraphs we done read between each other, you know what I'm saying? Books, videos.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit to go into, it's like we were saying in the last show, man, it's layers to this shit.
Yeah.
It's layers to this shit that we be talking about. You know what I mean? And when people ain't grasping it, or the people that we talking to that's trying to argue against it don't grasp it, it's like we're trying to cram a damn 4-year college course into 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow, somebody asking questions and acting a damn fool at the same time.
Right. I find myself talking to some people sometime, man, and I be like, damn, hold on, you got to tell them about this first, though. And so I start stumbling up on myself, trying to damn go back. So I'm like, I might be talking about the brain, right? And I might be like, yeah, because the brain, is in the box and it's trying to sense things. Or matter of fact, because think about light, because light hits off the wall and it hit the retinas, and your brain got to process it. But before that, then you got to start going back and back and back to the basics, because you done started off at the college level and didn't start off back at the elementary level of the shit.
Yeah.
But we done been looking into this shit so long that we just, by nature, we gonna start off with at our level of knowledge of it.
Yeah. And shout out to her, because she's seeing like she got a certain level of knowledge. That's so she's stepping with caution, not to, you know what I'm saying, have him put her in a position to make it seem like she's saying what she's not saying, because she's realizing like you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, so is it predetermined? She's like, okay, let me explain. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
Right. So when you talking to a nigga like this,
yeah,
about evolution, and this nigga still on a flat earth, he's still there. I mean, that's like, how far back that flat earth shit go, bro?
Man, look, Columbus didn't knew the earth wasn't flat.
We going back in time.
Yeah, I think the Greeks understood it like in BC time. You know what I'm saying? Like they already
figured out the earth. We figured out the circumference of the earth before we figured out evolution and all of that shit. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So when you get in with a nigga that don't even understand, and I don't know, he could be scamming, but I'm gonna stop giving these niggas so much credit.
Yeah.
I really think they stupid.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to think they just stupid. It ain't no scamming going on. These niggas just stupid, and I'm really giving these motherfuckers more credit than they deserve.
Yeah, because it shows up everywhere, not just on planet Earth. It shows up over there and over here. You're like, you know what? You just ain't that sharp.
Yeah, you ain't there.
Yeah,
something ain't right. You didn't get it when you was in elementary school or middle school or high school. You know what I'm saying?
because I know people that's like that, bro. I know like people that a dude that really believe that there's an ice wall, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really believes it. He ain't doing it for no money or nothing like that. He ain't got no YouTube channel or nothing. But he, you know what I'm saying? He want to show me TikTok shit. You know what I'm saying? With the little AI voice and shit. Showing them like other lands behind the ice wall. I'm like, bro, how do they know what's back there, bro?
And then that's when they get more fucked up, because then you got the TikTok shit, you got the AI shit, you got CGI, and now nobody can tell what's real. Like they can put a video of me and you doing some wild shit, and won't nobody even know that it's not even a real video, because that's how good AI has gotten. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what my cousin called me last night. She's been watching TikTok. And they've been the snowstorm shit. Mm-hmm. She said, "Cuz I seen the boy on TikTok. We had like the arm fatigue on and all the snow." She's like, "You good?" I'm like, it ain't snow. I'm like, ain't got no snow up here. Like it's nothing. Like 50-some degrees right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for real. know what I'm saying? Because the video looks so real. And shit, you know, even in our Discord chat, we go through that like, yo, that's AI.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
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 man. I mean, it's the battle that we deal with daily. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing that we even around because at one point it wasn't nobody really here to battle that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So a nigga like Sanchez, when he started gaining his following, nobody was there challenging him for real, for real. He was able to freely go and do that. And then,
yeah,
how I feel about the whole Sinetta joint. You know, I ain't no beef and nothing like that, no more. So, so he says or whatever. So I ain't even gonna go into that. But
yeah,
that's where they all reside as far as when they putting that type of information.
yeah.
And the pseudo killers,
I think he existed before. Sa.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, his shit. I think he actually above Saw. That's what killed. Listen,
And it's not and it's not
Sanchez is Sanchez, right?
and
My amazement is like he has a following, bro.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To where it's like not a thousand people watch him talk flat
hard,
earth. They believe that.
hardcore,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
hardcore.
that's what amazes me. Like I can see if he was a dude on YouTube talking flat earth and he got 3 people watching. Okay, I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
nah, this shit bigger than Sa.
It's
You know
bigger
what
than
I'm
us, yo.
saying? You feel
Yo,
me?
but see, so I think where me and Saw got the lines crossed. Saw think it's personal. Nah, it ain't personal, yo. We the pseudo killers, yo. So at the end of the day, by default, you know what I'm saying, we go against everybody on your panel that's over there besides and the other cats that might be bringing some science. Only person I ever saw really bring scientific literacy over there is or maybe Garfield. You know what I'm saying?
I liked what's the older dude? Larry?
Professor Larry.
Something. Yeah, yeah, to talk that, you know what I'm saying? He was level headed. He
He
was level headed.
he was cool. He did some wild shit at one point too, though. He was kind of tripping on some evolution shit one time.
Yeah, he did.
And back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, like he was one of the ones that I
He
was
was
like
one of the most sensible
get a little more
dudes.
sharper than the rest of them cats.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I think I seen him go against SETI one time. I was like, damn, this is the first time I really seen SETI, get beat on by an older cat. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really seen him in a while though. Last time I seen him, I think he had lost all his teeth or something like that. And nigga was just
yeah. You know, he has to be real old.
yeah,
He's
nah,
older than Sa.
he wasn't that old.
I think he was older than Sa. No, I think
He
he
might
did.
be. He
Yeah,
might be, but you know what I mean? The nigga ain't had no teeth, man. I don't know. I'm like, brother, you need some help? Like, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. I think last time I saw him, he was like, yeah. I think Sa showed a video of him like he was doing something. He got some
he
type
used to
of
do
work.
he used to do these beats, man, and the beats used to be whack, but I used to be like, yeah, man, keep doing your thing,
He
bro.
do beats.
Yeah.
No, I saw him in the Sonetta had did like a little pull up on it. He was working inside of this African shop. He was doing work. You
That's
know that?
y'all really on the racism with the
He had some
racism?
type of business or some shit.
Racist how you be African?
Gotta mute out.
I thought it was me.
No,
You unmuted me, man. Come on.
No, you unmuted.
Yeah,
Unmuted. I ain't gonna do that.
yeah, set him up, kid. Why you know me? Like,
I didn't that. Look, you saw when his hand went to the
I know.
the nigga hand went to the mouse, unmuted. He said, "I'm unmuted." Come on, man. But nah, man. Back to this nigga with the missing teeth, though, man. Nah. But Professor Larry was one of them ones that
yeah,
he was like,
he was a more level headed one. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
man.
he at least tried to work with real information. Now,
Right.
whether
right.
he was able to digest it correctly or all the way, he might have some slip ups. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Man.
it can't just be Professor Larry, man. We gotta get.
That's what I'm saying. Unc the only one. So that's what I was saying. So
How
look.
about
So
Dr. Esau?
I
That's
don't
her
even.
name.
It sounds pseudo.
Remember the dude with the bald head? That was a black dude. You know, he's a more of a historian type.
I remember the name, but I don't
Heavy
remember.
set dude. Yeah, you don't know Dr. Esau?
I don't remember him talking. What was he talking about?
He brought history and shit. He talked about MLK, The real history of MLK, everything that he did. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Bald headed dude. He had got stuck in Ghana during COVID
Mm-hmm.
or Africa during COVID for a good little minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So end of the day, man, the only person I know that was bringing scientific literacy over there was Ankh, though. So like when people see me say something against Sarnetta, it ain't Sarnetta, it's the system that he operates on, and it still ain't personal. It's just by default, pseudo killers, man. We was made to go against the pseudoisms in the community. So by default, we going against, you know, the army. You know what I mean? Now, ain't nobody trying to mess up, the business, because the business is the business. But at the same time, hey, that's what we built to beat up the pseudoisms in the community. So I mean, it's inevitable.
Hey, yeah,
You
hey,
know what
look,
I'm saying? Like,
user was like, he said Sanchez ain't scared. He really stupid. He said he
yeah,
talk like
like, he ain't scamming. Like,
he
dog,
say
and that's my new stance. Hey, so y'all convinced me. You and Miss Tiffany convinced us. I'm no longer saying these dudes are scamming no more, yo. I'm gonna just say, yo, you stupid.
listen. Then he said he said Sanchez talk like he been beat over the head. That boy, wow.
I'm saying.
Oh, stand with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, like think about it. Sanchez, what's the other one? Uncle Suge. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Sugar ain't scamming, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, he ain't playing. Yeah,
Nah, they ain't playing,
he's
bro.
not playing, bro. Yeah,
At all. At all.
yeah,
And
at all.
we had a dude named Young Chris come over here a couple of months ago. Beat
Yeah,
him half to death. And he,
I
you know what
remember
I'm
young
saying?
Chris. Yeah, he ain't playing, Ken.
Nah.
Nah, yeah. He really about that.
Even when we go to the Asar and shit, man, like it's even some dudes we be thinking in our head, we be like, yo, nah, he a little too smart for that. He got to be clever. He being real tricky, right? Nah, nigga, he don't know. He ain't on that level that you thought he was.
Or they think they smarter than everybody. So they overestimate your intelligence. You feel me? So
You
they
know
Smash,
what I'm
smash,
saying?
smash Rockwells. It's like, yo, at one time, and they play on that too. Like when we used to give them the glory and the clout, it's like they play on that, like, nah, I'm him. And it's like, nah, you ain't though.
Man, big up the smash, man.
he got this
Big up the
man.
smash, man.
Big up to Smash Scam Wheels.
Oh man.
Hey,
That ain't
Kent,
scam. He ain't
Kent,
scamming though.
he ain't playing. He is not. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying.
man
I
is
can't
playing, man. That man
think
actually
these folks is
work
playing. They
support that.
not playing, Kent.
Yeah, he ain't scamming. Yo. He actually think his work support that,
They ain't
bro.
playing. Reggie ain't playing, Kent.
Then he
Yeah,
ain't
not a
Reggie ain't
game.
playing.
It's
nobody
not a
playing.
game,
It's
bro.
not a game, yo.
It's
That's
But
not
the
a
that's
game.
hey,
he not
that's the new statement, yo. That's the new motto, yo. It's not a game, yo. These
Not a
niggas
game.
ain't playing.
pick up the guy. No, I'm saying they're not actually sitting there like Polite. Now Polite was truly scamming with all the information. He knew he didn't believe none of that. But Smash them think they really saying what they saying based off, how they self-taught themselves and using the TLA. But I wouldn't say it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Smash thought he was gonna cook the Egypt. He really thought
they did.
that he was gonna eat that professional degree Egyptologist, bro.
You really thought he did too, Ken. He really
He thought he was at the level to the level showed up.
did. The level show. You know what? I ain't messed with you or Ken today. I've been in a good space with Smash. You just sucked me back into it, Sosa. Sosa, that was a suck me back into a statement. My brain said,
Yeah.
and I thought about the moment. I said, man, you be thinking you on that court, yo. You be out there on that court, you be
Right.
killing everybody.
Yeah.
And then when somebody to play in the league show up because they, they grew up in the neighborhood.
Them niggas, you see them niggas stretching over in the corner.
No, they
You know
don't
what
even
I'm
stretch. They don't even stretch. They
saying?
just get the ball, come out there. Look, you killing them. You averaging. If the game to 20 or the game to 15, yo, you giving them 14 every game. Then the level show up, yo, you score 2 points. They guard you. Matter of fact, you score no points.
Yeah, he didn't
If
take
you
his
look,
warm
you
up.
like,
Yeah, he didn't take his
dang,
warm up pants off. Yeah, he just pull up.
pull up, yo. He was shooting all over the court.
Right.
You don't even get the ball. He don't miss no shots. He be like, you don't even get the ball. He be like,
Right. And that's when you
you
understand the
realize,
level.
yeah.
You're like, damn.
Yeah.
That's my favorite video on YouTube because you go back and watch it. Smash would throw something. It was like, oh yeah, I know that.
Block that shit. Yeah.
I was like, oh, he killing it. And then you knew he was killing it when Smash did what you supposed to do. I'm gonna cut that nigga out.
Yeah.
When he cussed him out, that's when I say, man.
Yeah.
It's like
But the but is that it was good to see that Smash could hold a good conversation with him.
Yeah.
It's like when I went to the museums and was talking to the museum anthropologists, I knew that they was a level. I just was glad I could hold a conversation with them. I wasn't trying to introduce a whole new concept to them.
Yeah. You're right.
I stayed in my place.
Yeah, right. And he smashed with a rod if he'd have stayed in this place, right? This lane, he would have.
Yeah, Smash would have been tough. Stayed in his lane, yo. He would have had a good place to kind of slide in and be the phone. Oh man, I still got good conversations.
Which is crazy though. I guess, like I said, he thought it was at the level because he could have built bridges, bro, and you know what I mean, really been connected and got in, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? He could have been like,
showed up, yo.
Level showed
that was that
up.
man wheelhouse. He was like, this what I do. Where you go?
And listen, it's even the same on video games, right? So this is a game called Grand Theft Auto. I'm sure everybody familiar with it. But it's a certain point in the game when you playing online with other players, right? So you might be out there, you got your machine gun, you killing everybody, mowing everybody down, all of the little computer people that's in the game or whatever. But when you got some people that's high level, been playing the game 24 hours straight, don't go to work, don't go to school, just at home all day, and they get to a point where you go into war with them. Soon as you spawn, they sniping you in your head. They hit headshot.
What?
Every time, like you spawn over here, headshot, boom, you dead.
What?
2 seconds later, headshot. Like, yeah, it's like some people just on that level to where, like, yeah, you don't need to be playing that game no more.
Yeah, you only understand. I get it. You be like, you only understand how they doing you like that.
Yeah, it's like it's not fair.
Yeah, you're not even. Yeah, you're not even. You realize you're not there. You're not. Yeah.
You ain't ready for
that.
that.
You thought you was real nice, like
you thought you was nice in the game. It's a video game. You thinking like, yeah, nigga, I've been playing games since I've been damn, 8, 9 years old.
You say as soon as you pop up, your head knocked off.
Nah, these young niggas is like that.
Good evening, everyone here.
I think that what really caught him off guard too was like, because dude was looking at that thing like it was English, like he was looking at English on the paper. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, scroll down. See that right? You know what I'm saying? He's like, shit. Listen. That's but like you said, like you said though, Ken, he ain't playing, bro.
Nah, he ain't playing.
That's proof that he was not playing, bro.
Yeah, he's stupid. Gully Geechee in the building, man. What's happening with you?
I got Gully in there, man.
Bro.
What's happening with you, man?
Dudes try to smear me. They mad themselves look stupid. They crazy, bro.
Oh,
they don't understand how science work. They just
where was you at? Where was you at though? Where was you at?
Where
was you at? Where was you at having the conversation?
Where should you have been? Let's start there. Let's start there.
Kick the door into the Santa. Kick the door into the Santa's house. Fight. Let me in here.
Let's start there.
Open the door, y'all. Let me in here. So I get it.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Gully, you know damn well. Haskell and Stu Pease, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, yo. You laid that shit out. You gotta know you're in the same asylum, yo. When they like the people, you know, when on World War II, after they dropped the bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and you still had people fighting in the Pacific, yo, after the war was over with, yo.
Oh
Yo,
yeah,
they still fighting, and they side won. They just got to change their language and they
yeah,
understand the situation. But
yeah.
the general understanding is, man, them people is indigenous Africans, man. The conversations of what we doing.
I've
You
been
mad
saying it
because
time
all
and
of them
again.
one dark skin? You mad because they might have wanted some different type of women and brought them in? What's the issue here? Like you ain't know humans mix? Like you don't know humans have sex? Like really? Well, go ahead. What happened? Because you definitely got kicked off. You got kicked out of it.
Who you got kicked off of?
Kicked
Yeah,
you.
what was that? Carnivorous podcast.
They kicked you out of that joint?
No, because I cussed out Stupid. I called him a pedophile because
Oh,
he tried to
Well, that's
that's
a
a hell of a claim, though, man. Come on,
yeah,
brother.
yeah. I
Where did you
did.
get
that
from?
might get you kicked
God
out the Egyptian
damn.
How did you get
conversation.
from Aswan to pedophilia, bro? Like,
No,
What you mean?
because he said the conscious community. I said, yeah, go on there with your pedophile buddies. You probably just like them, whatever. But I said the extreme because he came on my show last night and purposely tried to ruin it. So I said, I'm gonna try to ruin your show.
Oh,
Oh, y'all niggas on
man.
it. Okay, so
The
we
nigga hit
can't
him with
blame
the worst.
carnivorous at this point.
You hit him with the worst claim,
Worst
the
claim.
worst accusation known to man.
They
He
went from
tried to call
ass one
me.
to
He tried to
pedophile.
call me a racist though. He tried to call me a racist. So I had to lie. I'm a racist. All right, I got you.
You was holding that in the whole time.
Yeah, he called me a racist. He called me a light skinned worshiper. He told me
Oh,
the website I used was racist. Of course, old anthropology, you know what I'm saying, some of the bases were racist people, their conclusions were racist, but still a lot of that data was collected, still have to be used to this day. Like Carl Coon, because Carl Coon, a lot of his conclusions were racist as hell. But the one thing he did get right, you know what I'm saying, it can't get past, you can't pass that, you know what I'm saying? You still got to use that in modern anthropology because he paid a contribution to noticing the variations among populations. But he did have other wild ideas like saying that races evolved in different areas, kind of like different Homo erectuses and all that. That's wild, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, having a notification that we do have variations among populations, we still have to use that till this day. You know what I'm saying?
You
And he
got
was
plenty
serious.
of
He
racists
was
that got
serious
stuff
of his
right.
thing. He
You
was
got plenty
serious.
of racists that got stuff right though.
Yeah, even in eugenics, even in mathematics and genes and eugenics, it had to be used to this day.
hey,
Yep.
so hey, can I say this real quick? Hey, Gullah, for the first time ever, this is the clearest I've ever heard you on a live, yo.
Yeah, he fixed his shit. When he on his
Whatever
own
you
shit, he
doing,
don't fix it. When he
yeah,
over here,
whatever,
he don't fix it.
I'll be at
whatever
work.
you doing right now, nigga, hey, do that all the time, man.
I'll
I
be
ain't
at
never
work.
heard you this
I'll
clear.
be at work sometimes though. I think because I'll be at work because my job by the airport too. And then shoot, sometimes it be drills and all that stuff. But my
I ain't
job
telling you,
Nah,
man.
you good.
we build
Just like
generators.
It
it
be
be
sounding
just
like
like
it be sounding like you be stuttering on the other junk. You ain't even stuttering or nothing over this junk, man. You good.
hey.
Like you good on
What you call him? Gullah stutter. What?
this stutter Geechee.
They said you got a stutter phone, yo, a stutter iPhone. This should be.
Nah, that
You got
junk
a
good.
crazy
You
phone.
good over
No,
here
you
on this
good
junk.
now. You fix that shit. Whatever you did, because you could be home, yo, your phone be. I be like, yo, go.
yeah. Y'all done jinx it now, man. Nah, from
Oh,
happening.
it's gone back out, Gullah.
No, y'all done
Oh, your
jinx
Yeah,
phone
it.
off and studying
yeah,
again.
I'm
Ray
on mute.
Charles, you gotta jinx him. You gotta jinx him.
Nah, you Gucci now though, yo. You home.
Gucci stutter phone. You got
Welcome
to stutter.
home, my man.
Anyway, so let me go ahead and shoot this right here. Play this video real quick. I
All
don't
right.
know why you.
I took
Go
it
ahead.
down.
You gotta put it up. There you go. Let's see what it's saying. See what we get out of this.
I'm focusing on, as Aaron said in the introduction, are called the Middle Nubian cultures. And there are three of these called
Make it the whole screen.
and the Kerma traditions. They were all active in the Nile Valley of Lower Egypt, Upper Egypt and Lower Nubia, and a bit further around as well, between the years about 1850 to 1550 BC-ish, which is roughly contemporary with the late Middle Kingdom and Second Intermediate period in Egypt. I won't go through them all in detail because you can find more information about them in various books and things. But what I want to drive home now is that they were all defined and described and conceived by Petrie and Reisner in the early 20th century. So these are not ancient groups. These are modern constructs. And each of them was defined by a set of object types and practices, which is very much in keeping with the culture historical essentialist models of the early 20th century that dominated when Petrie and Reisner were working. So again, these are not ancient divisions. They were modern things that were imposed upon the archaeological record in order to highlight the differences between the groups. But what I'm trying to do with this project is to not focus on the differences, but focus on the things that link all these cultures together. Because actually you can see that there are, even just in the slide with this selection of images, you can see that there are a lot of similarities. And if we zoom in to a few of them, we can see that just from these objects, we can tell that there is some connection to pastoralism or some connection with cattle and livestock animals that connected all of these cultures. And this importance of livestock and pastoralism is reflected in their material traditions and their customs. So we can see that, for example, in the C group on the left-hand side of the screen, where there are cattle depicted on the bowl, but there's also this Kerma vessel, which has a ram-headed spout on it. We can also see that there are cattle surrounding the graves, that in some cases in the numbering in the thousands, around Kermi tumuli down in the bottom right there, which is similar to the Pangrave burials, where there are circular troughs around the graves that contained animal skulls, and those animal skulls are like this painted one in the center of the screen. So you can see that there are a lot of things that actually do link these cultures together and that cross the boundaries between them. In terms of geographic distribution,
The reason I played the clip because he was actually showing you stuff in Egypt that was Nubian culture. You look at the map, see the C group. Remember we talked about the C group earlier. All the way up to Thebes. All the way down to the Second Cataract. The C group culture. Pangrave culture, Nubian culture, go all the way up to the Delta. All the way down to Khartoum. Where the rivers, where the two white Nile and the blue Nile meet. You find this material culture. The Kerma culture, all the way up, these are in the Delta. That's when they came and controlled all, but you still find that culture.
Yeah, because even that pre-Kerma culture, there was like an Afro-Asiatic type group, even in that area, even before not some the actual Kermites or the certain Nilo-Saharan groups kind of moved more into the Nile area from the Sahara, from the western deserts.
so if we continue with the discussion of the Magi, they are a really good example for how Nubians are not just Nubians. We can't just call anyone from south of the First Cataract Nubian, because we as we've seen, there are all sorts of different groups and regions and communities and populations. But we know that even the ancient Egyptians recognized that Magi could both be friends and enemies. Because we know that way back in the Old Kingdom, the Magi were working as soldiers in the Egyptian army. We know that there are women labeled as Magi on the sarcophagus of Queen Ashait. But at the same time, we know that the Egyptians tell us that Magi were involved in these raids against Egypt. So we've got this conflict between Magi working with us and for us, and Magi working against us. But it also tells us that the Egyptians were aware already back in those days that you couldn't just paint everyone with the same brush. Nubians were not just Nubians.
What do you mean Nubians is not just Nubians?
Yeah, because when you say Nubia, that's basically just like saying Mesopotamia.
Mm-hmm.
You got different groups in Mesopotamia. You got Afro-Asiatic groups in Nubia or Sudan, and you got different Nilo-Saharan populations. And even between them two major populations, you still got variation. And of course you got the northern Afro-Asiatic groups like the Egyptians, partially Amazigh, because they got Amazigh population in Siwa, them type groups.
That's an Egyptian painting right there too, for the record. Upper top.
Yeah,
Right. That's Egyptian right there.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Look.
Oh, yeah, because some of
So
them
we
scientists are named Magi in that picture.
Yeah, the lady. When he married the pharaoh, the Egyptian pharaoh married to a woman, a Nubian woman, a Magi woman.
also then need to break down the boundaries that we've imposed.
So this was on the last show you just came off of. They wanted to talk about the boundaries. All right, it's clear. You see the slide. All right, the boundaries that we was arguing over was created in the what? In the 20th century. They are not ancient. So let's let the great teacher teach that.
Or not that we, but that other people before us have imposed upon the ancient record that we have. Or not the So we also then need to break down the boundaries that we've imposed, or not that we, but that other people before us have imposed upon the ancient record that we have. So the key points that we need to remember at this point are that the groups that we have, C group, Pangrave, and Kerma, were created in the 20th century. They are not ancient groups, and they're things that have been imposed upon them, upon the archaeological record. Those groups and their definitions are essentialist. They imply that culture is bounded and that it's fixed and that it's immutable and that it's got clear definable boundaries, but we know that that's not actually the case. The archaeological record is also messy. And this is a word that kept coming up in a conference that I hosted in September. And this messiness doesn't really lend itself to fitting neatly into boxes in the way that we wish it would. It just doesn't happen. But also quite problematic is that our perspectives that we've inherited of Nubia are heavily Egyptocentric.
I think he was trying to convey that idea that we're conveying Egyptian-centric ideas. That's the point I was trying to make.
Oh yeah, yep.
Right? The way we convey the conversation is Egyptocentric. I'm telling you, the field has actually changed, bro.
Yeah, because Egyptian culture is a subculture of a bigger culture that's connected with each other. Like what I said, like the Costul, Tasseti area, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes was probably most likely Cushitic speakers. You know what I'm saying? In their region, and then they overlap with the Egyptian cousins, the Nakata culture. So that's why it's so hard to tell them apart, because they are already sister groups and close related cultures, and then they also overlapping at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And then they also got that Nilo-Saharan overlap in there too with that.
All right, let's keep going. It says Egyptocentric, boom. Nubia as passive subjects of Egypt. Boom, connection to Africa diminished. Yeah, they don't do that no more. What happened to Mel? What happened to Mel, Kent? What, he just left?
Yeah.
He seen that fire coming out.
There you go. Mel in the building. What's happening with you, man?
Hey, Mel, pay attention.
Oh, let me
Yo,
come
yo.
in. What's happening?
This 2025, Mel.
Yeah, I'm watching.
2026.
No, I'm talking about the source.
Oh.
All right, Mr. Aaron, here you go.
This video 2025.
Created by people who have.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead.
You know, in the Nile Valley Collective. Here you go.
Ulterior motives in wanting to make Egypt sort of not African. But in that way, if we separate Egypt from Africa, we're losing a huge part of the story, because we can see that these regions were really interconnected. And so instead of dividing, which is what this culture historical system does, we need to find ways that these cultures were actually interconnected. And that is what makes it more complex and more challenging. So to illustrate this idea of interconnections, I want to show you a series of maps that sort of schematically lays out where my brain is going with all of this stuff. So we'll start with the big division, which is Egypt and Nubia.
All right, here you go, Mel. This is from Modern Division. First cataract. We was talking about this. I say I'm gonna save it to when I come over here.
Yep.
Give him something a little special. It's a little special right here. This the new wave of Nubian intelligence. They just started having new intelligence. Huh? It's a new wave of Egyptologists. All right. They ain't on none of that. There you go. Let's see what he said. Let's see if it makes sense. Let's see.
Of course, bearing in mind that these terms are anachronistic, but that's another lecture for another time. But these two things are very often presented as if they're distinct cultural entities that don't mix, like oil and water. Egypt, we know from ancient texts and also from Egyptian ideologies that Egypt is the Nile Valley from the Mediterranean coast to the First Cataract, and then everything south of the First Cataract is Nubia. And we know that the First Cataract was perceived as this sort of frontier where Egypt ended. It's where the nome counting system started, moving north. So there was always this sort of divide. But in reality, if we look at the archaeological evidence, we can see that there is really a lot of overlap between Egypt and Nubia, because Nubians, we know, were always in Egypt. There are Nubian burials and cemeteries going way back into the pre-dynastic period. We also know that Nubians were involved in the military, they were involved in mining and trade, they were working as temple staff for Egyptians, they were doing all sorts of things in Egypt. They were probably living there for centuries. Conversely, we know that Egyptians were always in Nubia. There were royal expeditions during the Old Kingdom into Nubia. There were fortresses in the Middle Kingdom. There was a New Kingdom colonization. So really, the division between Egypt and Nubia is purely ideological.
Amen. The division between Nubia and Egypt is purely ideological. You want to speak to this, Mel? Sosa? This where they at in 2026. Purely ideological. Ideological.
What are you saying?
I don't know. What you get out of this? I see.
I already seen it.
That's wow. Yeah, okay, but let's look at it. What is this man? Has he lost his mind?
Yeah, it was
You
similar.
mean to tell me it ain't the first what? Huh? Look at the blue.
Oh
Look,
yeah,
the blue is Nubia. The green is Egypt. This man say Nubian cemeteries in Upper Egypt, missionaries mining. Remember the mining you talked about, Mel? Mining. Nubia, Egyptian fortresses, New Kingdom.
What are the dates for them? The dates.
You got the date. You say the New Kingdom.
Yeah, that zone would have been similar to how Eritrea and Ethiopia right next to each other, like over there.
Man. Hold on, look at the green though, yo. Look that's wild. That's super wild. They got Egypt all the way down there in the Fourth Cataract. That's wow.
The burials though, right?
Cemetery, yeah, that's wild. Go ahead, Mel. Explain that, Mel. You say they got cemetery.
That's New Kingdom.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'll let him. Go ahead.
Yeah, you think about it, it's like political reach that they had down there. So they weren't just going down there just to kick it. They have reasons politically to expand their reach. So
what about the news? They expanded their reach all the way up there.
I mean, with Narva, I mean, you got to give some credit to that, because he wouldn't be who he was, but outside of Narva, no.
All right, that's a different time period. Let's finish here. Let's hit it.
This First Cataract was never really a frontier. And we can even see this reinforced when we look at the Egyptian words for various regions. They had this term Tarseti, which we've heard from previous lectures as well, which was used as a generic term for the land south of the First Cataract, but it was also the name of the first Upper Egyptian nome. So already the Egyptians recognized that the southernmost part of Egypt, north of the First Cataract, was sort of almost considered as if it was part of Nubia, at least in name. But if we project forward into the New Kingdom, we know that the Viceroy of Kush, which was set up in the early 18th dynasty, we know that he had jurisdiction over the region as far north as Hierakonpolis. So again, that's in Egypt, it's north of the First Cataract. So administratively, and maybe even a little bit psychologically, the Egyptians did recognize that the southernmost part of Egypt was actually sort of Nubia, or that this region was some kind of overlap between the two.
Yeah, that's what Eric talked about. He said that area was just as an area of confluence in itself too, in the south.
A lot. Okay, now we got Upper Nubia. He adding in. expert is adding in. He's piling on it. What is he saying? I can read this though. It was like a dream, as when a Delta man sees himself in Elephantine, the story of Sinu. He basically saying, yo, that by the time that Delta man came down to Elephantine, he thought he was in a damn dream. Where the hell am I at? All right, we go.
We can even add more layers onto this. We can divide Egypt into Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt. We can divide Nubia into Lower Nubia and Lower Nubia, which is Volvat, or Upper Nubia, which is Kush. And so this is showing that there's even more complexity. And we even know that the ancient peoples were also recognize this complexity, because in the story of Sinuhe, we're told that a Delta man would be lost in Elephantine. So a person from the south would not recognize anything in the, a person from the north would not recognize anything in the south. So the Egyptians were also cognizant of this diversity and these differences in their own land.
Anybody want to speak to that? That's a trip.
Yeah, they probably went to one area like oh shoot, we in the projects. It's like we in different hoods.
Why the projects though, man? I cannot believe down south at the project. Let me keep on.
We can take it a step further again by adding some regions from the Eastern Desert, which we know from the Egyptian words Ibhet and Medja in the purple and yellow circles there. There are other regions which I could add, but I think what I've done here is try to demonstrate that all of these regions from the ancient texts and all of the ones that we think of in our heads, all of them overlap. So therefore contact between all of the regions and all of the peoples was surely inevitable, and that we can't really draw hard boundaries on ancient socio-cultural landscape.
So he basically saying what you were saying, yo, you got different pockets of groups all over the daggone joint.
Yep. Like little communities, like in New York, you might have a community full of Dominicans, a community full of Jewish, you know what I'm saying? In Libya, you might have a community full of dudes that came down there from Egypt, but just living down there, and you know what I'm saying? They down there, they got their communities.
All right.
But what I don't understand though is that's also the time period when Egypt had his probably the deepest grip on Nubia.
Yeah, man, you're right. But I sat in his class. I took this class 6-week course. He was like, man, that's what the damn Egyptians wrote. But on the ground, man, it wasn't really nothing.
Because I had sent the study, right? Because they got the study, I think they did like 2024. They because they were trying to figure out the control that Egypt had with Nubia, right? Because they were thinking like, how was it ran? And they showed and it was saying from that source, Egypt sent diplomats down there, so to constantly rule. So a lot of people that were buried in Nubia in those pyramids were Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? So you find their burials there because they were set down there basically to Egypt ran it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what they were saying. All the way up to the last day.
In the Nubian pyramids?
Yeah.
What time period? What time period?
Yeah, I think that's study. I don't believe
all the way till they broke off. You can find
what I'm saying, what time period? Because you got different Nubian regimes. You got the Kerma, people of Kerma. The people of Kerma ain't the same people as the people of Taset. They different. Them a totally different African group than the other, Nilo-Saharan populations.
All right, let's come to your thing, Gullah. Let's come right here.
I'm gonna find the journal real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's interesting though. Let's come right here to Gullah thing.
Hey, real quick, to answer Gullah, you can kind of start back to 3rd millennium BCE. We all know Egypt's control or colonization of Nubia came in waves and stages. But I think the first was all the way back to 3rd millennium BCE when they started doing raids and setting up outposts in Lower Nubia. I think that's where it officially starts. But it's over a mass amount of time.
Oh yeah. But you know, kind of like, but you know, Lord Nubu always been kind of friendly, more friendly with Egypt anyway. Because even like even like it was
Absolutely.
the 12th dynasty, the 12th dynasty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them was even mixing, you know, with C group new C. Well, I don't like to call them Nubes, but C group populations, which were, you know,
Right.
Cushitic dudes. You know what I'm saying?
But remember, they were already getting trade down there from the Nile.
Yeah, and
Ivory,
then
gold, ebony, apple,
yeah,
even people at times. So yeah.
yeah. And then when Kerma took over during the second intermediate period, they dominated areas in Nubia. Like they took over other Nubia areas, took over Sayez, they took
Hmm.
over Rawet, which is Lower Nubia, and shoot, they damn near destroyed what was left of Egypt. Thebes. That's why you hear the term wretched Kush, or you know, because of the Kermites. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Egyptians,
Right.
Egyptians, shoot, they hated the Kermites. They embarrassed them. You know what I'm saying? They almost destroyed Egypt, what was left of it.
They,
And they clicked up with some of the Hyksos too. They was writing letters to each
uh,
other.
and and for quite a while, Egypt couldn't gain control of Kerma either, because they all the Nubians banded there, so they had a hard time getting control of that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put the journal in the private chat over here to pull it up. But it's abstract, as you'll see it is saying from 1450 to 1070 BCE.
Okay.
So
I
you
think
can
I
All
see
got
right.
the
like
full.
it's in there
I
if you
get
can
the
go
full
through it.
journal for you. Oh no, it's full journal. Okay.
Hey,
Y'all
what,
see.
Where the hell you been at, Mel? Hey, Mel, where you been at?
Man, I've been working, yo.
Mel been
I
hiding,
thought
man.
you got married, Mel. I say married.
Ced-
Mel, I got married.
Cedric put that
Not
boy.
yet.
Only a
Cedric had that
woman
boy.
take you away like that, bro.
Cedric had that boy
Not yet.
hiding.
You good? I've been
Uh,
working, man.
Cedric had that boy hiding.
Nah, not alone. Never that. Never that.
hey, Mel, I need some more information on what's it called, yo? Monument F. I got the one book. What else I need?
Okay. Let me see if I can get that for you.
I got that one. I need something else. I know I need something else.
You know what's I know you probably got it already, but the Oxford handbook of Egyptology
For,
and
for,
I think I got that. Let me see
it's
for
if I
two
can
of
find
Monument
them.
it.
F? No, that's not Egypt. That's the Mesoamerican stuff. All
You
that
talking
shit.
about, no, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about
That's what I'm talking about.
okay. No, I'm saying I was referring the
Yeah,
book to.
Monument F is like Olmec people.
Yeah, it's the monkey. Remember the black monkey?
Oh yeah. Oh, are you talking about that?
Yeah.
Sanchez. Yeah.
Kent, Kent, you gotta share my screen, bro. No, you did. No, you just
Which
took it
book you
off.
said you got?
I got the
I think
one
you'll
that you
finish.
sent me. Send it again. The one, come on, man. You know the ones that talk about the black monkey. The one we pulled up on Science for Sean.
Yeah, I think I got that one.
I
Man,
believe
it's
that
been
Sean
a
sent it to
minute.
me. I
Yeah,
need more than that. I need a few more things.
what's this
This
right
right
here?
I
here,
got.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, I got you.
All right. So let me explain this. This starts to talk about the population of groups and how they was really intertwined. So if we sit up here trying to separate them, this fits right in with what Gullah was talking about. Here you go.
Probably
Yeah,
seen
Aaron
the
does
series of
talk a lot
slides
about that
before.
pan gray.
But I promise for those of you that have seen it before, I will take it one step further. So just bear with me. So here we start with what things looked like 100 years ago and even up as more recent as 50 years ago. We've got three Middle Nubian traditions, the C group, the Pangrave, and the Kerma. Each of them are completely self-contained, unique, bounded entities with their own material traditions and their own cultural traditions. They've got very clear boundaries and they don't really mix. But we know that that wasn't the case and that there was in fact a lot of overlap. And the overlap isn't just between the Nubian groups, it's also between the Nubians and the Egyptians, but it's also with these other groups. I mentioned the Handesi earlier, which you can see there linking up the C group and Kerma groups, but also there's this other thing called the Jebel Mokram and the Gash group from the Eastern Desert, which I didn't talk about today. But we can see now that the picture is becoming a little bit more complex.
So y'all see the different groups in Egypt and in Nubia. All right. Now y'all want to try to explain this through some kind of race. You're not going to be able to do it. That's why the conversation that Gullah is having is real vital,
What was
right?
the
Because
main? What was the main disagreement with Haskell was saying with you, Gullah?
but he don't he think it Haskell think it's this, right? The black just think it's this. Whereas this indigenous African is this. And if you ain't looking like if you ain't this distinct such and such, then it ain't African. Right? Watch this. Watch the progression.
And so what I was trying to do with this project and where I think we need to head towards in the future is a picture that looks more like this, which is rather than looking at these groups as being single cultural entities, we can now see that there's a multitude of variants of each group, that those variants probably have subvariants, and all of those things and subvariants interact and exchange with one another with variants from within their own groups or with variants from other groups or other traditions. So the picture then becomes suddenly much more complex and diverse and colorful, literally.
So basically, populations mix some
this
with
is where I would
and
stop.
reproduce some with each other.
Yeah, and traditions, period. Just period. You're never gonna understand this. Not unless you understand populations, evolution, culture. It's
Yeah,
too much to grasp.
Yeah, men and women going goddamn. They don't not fuck with you just because you another race or you are perceived as
Yeah,
another.
and,
They
and
they
when
gonna
you
go ahead.
yeah, you right. Yeah, you exactly right. And especially these groups trading with each other. A lot of times when you trading to lock that trade down, it's marrying into their family to lock down. You know what I'm saying? You could continue to trade.
So hold on, let's get through it, and then Gal, I want you to talk about that because this speaks to your conversation right here. I think this is a visual on it. All right, this is what you've been trying to say. All right, this what Ngozi was trying to say. Right? Let's watch this. See, they can't even get this far. I'm telling you, they're stuck right here with this clear cut boundaries. There's this big lip, peppercorn hair guy. And anything other than that, it's not African. And the Egyptians are this, and the Nubians are this. All right? Okay. They can't handle this. They may say, well, I can kind of see some, okay. And as soon as Gullah bring up these interactions, they start having a fit. All right? They definitely not gonna get this.
And all of those things and subvariants interact and exchange with one another with variants from within their own groups or with variants from other groups or other traditions. So the picture then becomes suddenly much more complex and diverse and colorful, literally. And normally this is where I would stop with this sequence of slides, but I realized in preparing this lecture that even this image is a little bit too restrictive because you can see that the little subgroups all still have nice hard edges. So what I think we need to do is to look at it more like this, where the subgroups and the groups are all still there, the variants are all still there, but the edges are now less defined and they start to bleed into and out of one another. Because I think that is that's more like what was happening back in the ancient.
That look like humanity.
All of these groups were constantly in contact, constantly exchanging,
You know what I'm saying?
and things were always in motion and always in flux. So the whole picture literally becomes quite blurry and much more complicated, but that seems to be the reality. And before I go, so that was the lecture, but before I go, I have one final exhortation that I want to make. And if nothing else, I hope that in this last half hour or so that I've been able to demonstrate that the ancient world was incredibly complex and completely interconnected. And so therefore, if we want to understand that complexity and that connectedness, our research also has to be complex and interconnected. So we can't pigeonhole ourselves into our disciplines. We can't just be Egyptologists working with Egyptologists. We can't be Nubian archaeology people working with Nubian archaeology people, and so on and so forth. We have to work together. We have to build bridges because that's what the material wants us to do. And of course, we have to do this not just between the branches of the humanities, but we also have to bring in the natural sciences and anthropology. We also should work with local communities where it's possible to do so, who can give us more information about their home and their environment and their way of doing things. And as I said at the beginning, or sort of a few minutes ago, this is not something that one person can do. This has to be a collaborative effort. So we all have to work together, and it will all be very complicated. It will be messy, People will disagree on stuff. It might get heated from time to time. We'll all get things wrong. But in my opinion, it's this collaborative and this constructively critical, the key word there being constructively critical, that we have to do those things if we really want things to actually change.
Yeah, so y'all see that right there, and I'm gonna let you know right here, right now, that the thought process that he's bringing out, Diop started that. He was at the forefront of interdisciplinary studies. We could pull it right up. He was one of the first people, that recognized interdisciplinary studies. That's exactly what he's saying. This is the new generation right here talking to y'all. All this stemmed from the Cairo Symposium and the scientific conversations. New information, new data. The problem is Miller and Gozi have been ahead of everybody. The problem is I've been sitting there going back and forth, battling, learning, study, changing notes back and forth. We teaching, we back and forth in it, and the community, just wasn't there. Mel been around, so it's matter of fact. I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing when the person say they the first person to start the conversation that wasn't stuck on the racialized thing. That's a hard man. Man, I know I've been fighting Africa for damn near 20 years talking about Africa. I know Team Osiris, Gullah and them, goes in them. They've been saying, yeah, but you got other migrations. Let's talk about it. Nobody was saying, yeah, they black African Americans. I don't never remember saying that. Maybe I just lost my mind. I don't never remember coming on the mic saying, yeah, we Egyptians. Matter of fact, y'all cannot find a damn video with me saying that. Yeah, we Egyptians.
I feel like your boy Ngozi got to tell Chief X where he disagree with him, right? Because it sounds like he agree with, or he going along with what Chief X saying. So if he's saying what Gulla's saying, then he might need to let that be known and stop playing defense. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think that's a good critique there. Goals need to pop up and answer that.
I mean, in the past he has. I just think that the problem with most people in the nutty conscious community is they don't read enough. A lot of the stuff that Ngozi presents, even just by word of mouth, you can go look it up. You can go source it. And, it's there. So it's just a matter of people wanting to actually do the work. A lot of people want to hand it to them, and they will still disagree unless they do the work. So it's just, he's already had the argument, and he's already stated his position. But if a person's going to continue to believe what they want to believe, which is purely out of ignorance, I mean, what else can you do?
No, you have to actually let them know, like, nah, I don't agree with you. Like, that's wrong.
You can't educate a fool if a fool wants to be a fool.
Yeah, but you don't go along with the fool and make it seem like the fool know what he's talking about either.
That's he's a fool. He don't know no better.
Right there.
You gotta, you know what I mean? Fuck all the friendship shit, man. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You're right, you're right. Like, be a real nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell a person when you don't agree. Nah, dog, that shit right there is dead wrong. These are the sources to prove it, or that backs what I'm saying.
Boy, damn.
Let that be that. You know what I mean? I think sometimes we get too caught up in trying to be cool with everybody.
Nah, nigga, I'm not on nobody's side in this conversation. Yo, no sir, won't clump me in with nobody. No sir. Learn my lesson.
If I say some wrong shit, I'm gonna let them know. Like, nah, that shit's stupid. And we gonna battle it out, and he might be right on a point I missed, or I might be right on a point he missed. You know what I mean? That's what real friends do. You know what I'm saying? We
true,
correct
but
each other.
I got some sense. Like, he'll at least hear you out. Chief won't do that.
Nah, hang on, listen.
He ain't a real friend. I mean,
y'all
real
get to
friends
try
can
to
take correction too.
Chief X ain't listen to Gozy. He ain't listen to none of y'all at all. Here,
Chief
we know
looking
his
for a
thing.
moment.
Yeah, he looking for a moment. We know. We know. Hold on. Yeah, this what he
Pan African James said. So Diop got it right now, huh? So now
he make me want to just snatch his wishbone underneath his legs.
push him down the escalator.
His wishbone, yeah, yo. He like, yo, I ain't say nothing. I say wishbone.
Push him down the stairs, man.
Yeah, yo, come on, man. Let me show you the
hold on now. So now we got to answer that though. So is what you saying? Are you saying that's what the critique is with you with a lot of others is like, are you saying that Diop was right?
He was right about it. He was right about it being in Africa, but so the other thing he was wrong on.
Let me say this. This man put together a scientific hypothesis, bro. So I'm not understanding why people don't understand what a scientific hypothesis is, bro. And if you understand what a hypothesis is coming from a scientist, right, then you would understand that it's called the scientific method. So at this conference, right, got a chance to push back on what he was talking about. Simple as that. There were ideas within the package that did not fit. You know what I'm saying? There were things, there were ideas he had that got not false. I'm about to say falsified. What's the word? Falsified. That doesn't mean they falsify the whole thing. A person like Neanderthal James, he doesn't understand that. They have mischaracterized a scientific conference for the last 52 years, Kent. For the last 52 years, they swear that man went up in there in some type of organized debate. Where it was one side standing here, one side standing there, and they and Diop won today. They never presented it as a scientific conference where there's always lively debate, where information is accrued and presented. For the last 52 years, that information that was presented has been scrutinized, has been relooked, new data has been added to it to check the data, to check the checker. And now they have their conclusions 52 years later. You can find them in the Egyptian race controversy. You can find them in the history of Egypt. You can find them in the genetic history of Egypt. You can find them in the prehistory of Egypt. They all bring in the new findings from UNESCO. It's all been upgraded. That's why I always take my damn victory lap. I'm on victory lap time. That's where I'm at. Ben had that stance. Been talking about that. Been saying that. Been talking about the cultural convergence. They laughed at me. Been showing the Nubian thing, saying that the old kingdom was a transplant. I've been did that. Not the plier. Ain't nobody talking about no damn not the plier. Ain't nobody know about no damn not the plier. Come on, man. Yeah, here go it stands right here. So y'all know I don't agree. Here you go.
Sheep, goats, and pigs were held. Y'all know a lot of that stuff comes from the Near East, okay? Wheat, sorghum, and barley were planted, okay? They were practicing agriculture. Down deep south, we're still like hunter-gathering.
This man got people down south hunter-gatherers.
He wild. They was just as much pastoralist as the northern ones. He tripped. And Sercom is from Sudan.
This man, go ahead.
So Hebrew Jedi say Diop was 100% wrong, and then he said
that's why he a Hebrew.
He said Diop didn't use a hypothesis. He was speaking as a matter of fact. His entire book was written like it was truth.
We ain't talking about his damn book. We talking about at the conference where he presented his information. Man, look, let me keep going. That man a Hebrew, bro. Did you think I'm talking to a person that Hebrew think they're Hebrew, yo?
One more. He said, this community is anti-academic. To be pro-black is to be anti-science.
What? Man, that's a damn lie, man. I'm black and I'm proud, yo. You don't know what you're talking about. To be a Hebrew is anti-science.
He said, "I'm not a Hebrew."
Your
he got
name is it?
the,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with your name. You gotta explain. You gotta hit the
hit
link
the
and
link,
explain that
Hebrew.
to me.
Hit the link, Hebrew, so we can
Yeah,
understand
I'm
things.
not a Hebrew. Yeah, that's like me saying, look, my name Uncle Keck. I don't mess with Kimmy.
Come
Man, I
on
better
here, man.
explain that.
It's a safe space for all challenges, man. Come on the panel and speak your speech. But go ahead, What you saying about the?
Okay, goats and pigs were held. Wheat. Okay, Marimbi people buried their dead within the settlement and produced clay figurines. Okay, you guys know about clay figurines and Shabbatis, and I mean, the first life-size Egyptian head made of clay comes from Marimbi. The first life-sized Egyptian head made of clay comes from Marimdi.
What the hell, that man nigga said this shit like that was some groundbreaking shit. Somebody slapped some play together. That shit ain't even no slick shit.
Yeah, it ain't even no slick. It's like a clay head with like little shells in it for the eyes or something.
Yeah, that nigga claps. The
But
first
that's what I'm
Egyptian.
talking about. Looking for a moment, like he think he's saying something.
Is he serious, yo? Let's finish hearing this man, yo.
Yeah.
That's why y'all know I don't agree. See, that's why you said Kent. See what I'm saying? You got to separate yourself from this nonsense right here, yo.
And then look, he don't understand that. Yeah, it's the pre-dynastic period, but that culture is not the dynastic culture.
Let's proceed with the foolery.
Now, Gullah, I will tell you there are some elements
These
of
are
pre-dynastic culture in early dynastic culture, but you're right. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, completely different thing. Yeah.
Early pre-dynastic cultures, right? We have the old Moriah culture. I'm gonna skip them. The Mahdi culture.
This is the part I hate the most. This man is up here talking shit about Upper Egypt with a source that's beating him up. I've never seen nothing like this before. I say again, this man is giving praise to the quote unquote loyal Egyptians and then show the battlefield palette of the loyal Egyptians getting enslaved or getting locked up, whatever, being hauled away. He talking crazy about the upper Egyptians when the source say, watch this. It say the Mahdi culture called Butu Mahdi culture. Look, is the most important Lower Egyptian prehistoric culture dated. He lost his mind when he heard the most important. That's a Lower.
And they up there tied up. They up there tied up, butt naked.
Yeah, hold on, wait. It say culture dated 4,000.
God.
Look, he say, and is contemporary with Nakada 1 and 2 and 3 in Upper Egypt. So if he read the whole thing, he didn't understand what he was reading. He was basically saying, yo, these two cultures are contemporary, yo. He got these people hunter-gatherers, though. And he's showing where they getting beat half to death and conquered by the so-called hunter-gatherers in the South. It's the most craziest thing ever, yo. Watch.
Hey man, we see that all the time. It's called he died by his own source. He fell his own sword.
Yeah. How is hunter gatherer in the South if you got cattle herding in eastern in the it's what's it
in the Bardarian?
But dairy and the Nakata, like the Naphtaliya area, you got cows in Naphtaliya. So how the hell, you know what I'm saying?
They go back 8,000 years in Egypt.
Hey, hold on. We got the Jedi dude, the Hebrew Jedi dude.
Y'all know who I am, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know Lucifer.
Got Lucifer, the fallen angel in the building.
You asked me to come on the panel.
Who is I ain't asked you to come on here, Lucifer.
Who that?
Why you want to be upset,
What's up,
bro?
Joshua?
What's going on, man? Good points, by the way. Well, they asked me to come on the panel. I was going to explain what I said about Diop, bro. Like, you can't be emotional, brother.
Nah, you gotta go, yo. Because I'm about to cuss you out, yo. I ain't
For
emotional.
what? You emotional.
You said something about my daughter, nigga.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fuck I look like, nigga.
Yeah, I ain't know.
Nigga, I don't fuck with niggas that went there with me.
I ain't know all that happened.
Right. You think I'm comfortable with you up here, yo? Nigga, I stands on mine, yo. I'm never comfortable with you, bro. I don't care what you got to say with your mouth. What? That's all I want to talk about. What about my daughter, y'all? That's all I don't want to talk about. Egypt, man, fuck the video. Take that shit down. I don't want to talk about none of that. I'm not emotional. I'm just a serious dude. And I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all can carry on, yo.
Yeah, I ain't know all that had happened with y'all and all that.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I want here.
We got M7K, the most feared debate, and that sound like somebody. Yeah, I knew it was him.
7,000, man. Trying to get that Civic still, man.
I know when the language start getting
JJ 2000.
I know it's
man. You ain't even no Leo, man.
JJ 2000. Hey, yo, you know you down to 2,000 now, bro. You went from 7,000 to 2.
The lion overtaking your vision, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, what kind of line is that? Is that an Asian? Is that an Asiatic line or African line? Asiatic line. They ain't no Asiatic line on that picture. Not on that picture, because the Asiatic line they got bigger. They got smaller manes.
Yeah, that's a European lion, bro. It's one of them extinct lions.
See, I'm not Asiatic. You late.
Yeah, what's up, JJ? What you got to say though, bro?
No, this is a lion.
What's good with it though, dog?
The strongest lion out of all.
What, the Asian line? The Hebrew line?
Man, I just try to promote my debate, man. I got 3 debates coming up, man.
Who you got?
I don't know if y'all seen. Hey, I don't know if y'all seen the debate death match I was in, a 3-hour debate I was in the other day, man. Beat the shit out of Duran Tiller. Excuse me for cussing. But so I'm looking for anybody who want to get in the ring with me. I just came to, provide my services, for the audience. Now
I see when Cedric around, you come out.
Cedric ain't really hide no more. Man.
You can't deal with Cedric, bro. Like you ain't in the league, bro. You saw that man taking belts and throwing them away, bro.
As soon as he get him, he throwing it back at the crowd. Throwing the belts in the crowd.
Did he? Hold on. What is Cedric the people's champ over there?
Okay. Well, I mean, I gave him the opportunity to stop being Uncle West Shoeshine boy. You know what I'm saying?
Was he not the people's champ?
He was shining up penny loafers. That's damn, man.
How you shining the penny loafers though? If he beating everybody in y'all league though.
I thought he was the people's champ over there in the line.
He got the belt over there. He got the belt over the Paradigm Shield.
See that what I'm like. See. Well, hey, what was he before that? What was he before that?
The Lions Den champion,
managing skills, promotion skills.
He was.
What was he before he got with 7,000? He was West Shoeshine boy.
No, he was never Shoeshine.
7,000. He had me jump on it. Look, he had me jump on his record. And then my bars was better than his. I made the song.
You wrote the lyrics.
No more running in. You heard what it said. Bus reference scholarship. Leave pseudos dead. 7,000 that lion coming off that jungle. Coming off that top. King of the world.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Scholarship vanilla.
How do you do it?
Running with the killers. Come on, bro. His bars is weak.
From your bars?
And I'm not even a rapper. But see, Ankh East, I know you always running your mouth. See, I know your face. I know your voice. You are Ankh East. You see? You ain't going to get in the ring with nobody. So I'm offering you a death match to defend naturalism. That's good.
Defend naturalism.
Naturalism. You're not going to defend that. But I'm going to kill you with the consciousness. Nothing just happened by chance. That's just an excuse because you don't understand what's going on with it. Methodological naturalism, any type of naturalism, sir. I dare you to get in a debate death match with me. Stop being a cheerleader. I'm talking to Kent.
Yeah, I'm cool.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See, remember when you told me I'm gonna make you a famous loser? First came with, said, I'll debate you. I got
We're
that from
talking
Unc.
about free.
I'm
We're
gonna
talking
make you
about
a
free
famous
will.
loser.
We're talking about free will 7,000. You think there's such a thing?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Huh?
Do
You believe in
you
the soul?
believe that?
So since you debating against since you debating against
No,
naturalism,
let me ask a question for
all right.
free will.
Yeah, hold up.
What do you
Do I
think,
believe in
Jay?
free will?
You think we have free will?
Yeah.
Okay, just want your opinion.
You don't believe that?
No, we have played. That's what we started a show with the people. Somebody debating that free will versus determinism. Basically, that's what that was. That's how the
What's
show
free
started
will to
off.
you?
Uh, free will to me is like, you get to I mean, nobody's controlling your decision. You either got a right to do what's right or right to do what's wrong. What is free will? Like, is there some kind of force telling you that, that you can't do this? Or is there some force, some kind of deity judging you? And if you don't do the right thing, you can be judged. Did the ancient Kemetic believe after chance? Oh, my fault, yeah.
You said the what?
So we don't clarify our
Hold on,
stuff
man. Let me
off
turn
what,
this.
what just what Egyptians do.
Rob the Rich
So
said.
this universe is this. Can I ask you
Rob,
something?
hold on. Rob
Did
Rich
this
said that
universe just
grown.
happen by
Hold on, I
chance?
gotta read the comments, bro. Rob Rich said that grown ass man on his sounded like a WWE wrestling character, and I'm supposed to take him serious. Shaking my head.
Okay, yeah, that's my style. That's my style. But I gotta tell you, Rob Rich, hey, grown men who do WWE, they make millions of dollars. We don't want to just hear you up here. Yeah, guys, my name is Rob Rack, and then reading plain Jane and trying to talk proper and trying to be something that you ain't.
Dark Mouse said.
You see one of my shows, you're not gonna go to sleep.
Dark
Hey,
Mouse
Jay,
said, "How
So
can
what?
you have
Can
free
you explain to
will?"
me what's the God of the
Hold
gaps?
on, bro. I gotta read the.
Let me ask you this: what is the God of the gaps? Go ahead.
Hold on
Explain
one
that.
second. Hold on 1 second. Dartmouth said, "How can you have free will when everything you think is happening now actually happened 80 milliseconds ago?"
Let's see, nah. Can he prove that? Tell him to come show me that stuff.
They don't
Tell him to get up
understand
here
what
and
that
show me
means.
that stuff. You regurgitate
You
somebody
act
else's
like
idea.
you don't know that. You act like you don't know that.
Yeah, the God of the
We ain't even
gaps.
thinking about
Hey,
that.
come on, bro.
The God of the
Now hold
gaps.
up, bro. 8 seconds before you do it.
Hmm?
So
hey JJ,
what? Let me ask y'all this: what
You
ancient?
just confused that man, yo. You just confused him.
Hold on, yeah, he messed it up.
yeah,
Let
he
me.
missed
Yeah, you made a
he
glitch.
Made him glitch.
yeah, he miscombobulated.
Oh, me or the guy that asked the question?
You was like, what?
Yeah,
Glitch.
because that question was kind of like, what
Hey,
is
how
that,
fast
man?
does light travel, JJ?
Glitch.
That nigga was like, oh my God, there might not be a God. Oh my God.
How fast does light travel, JJ?
See, y'all didn't answer my question. See, can science explain consciousness, or like that's your problem? Your science cannot explain dreams,
Yes, it
consciousness.
can.
Yeah, you made that up.
And the science dreams were crucial for divine communication. See, this is something y'all don't understand. That our people, we deal with dreams, we deal with omens.
Who?
No,
Always,
science explains
no,
dreams.
listen, we never taught. Listen, y'all, we never taught that nothing would just happen by chance. I don't know where
What?
y'all get it from. We never taught that. What tribe?
It's called
What
cause.
tribe in Africa?
It's called cause and effect, yo. And then too, you wanted to bet against the natural world, like. So if you don't believe, if you don't understand that the natural world, so which is what naturalism based on, don't you think we live in a simulator? Or? You think the moon made out of cheese? Like what you saying?
No, there's a divine order. There's something greater than yourself, bro. Did you say there's nothing happen by chance? Oh, it just boom, pop, zero from zero created something. Where is your proof? Where's your proof? There's nothing from nothing created something. Just boom, pop, bam. Everything just popped up.
No, science don't believe there's nothing.
I'm gonna get you.
There's no such thing as nothing.
JJ, you got about 20 seconds. I'm eating. I'm gonna get you.
But you understand that though, right, JJ?
Yeah. See,
there's no such thing as nothing.
Let me see what he got. This guy right here.
You're making him glitch. He glitch again.
See, absence of a causal mechanism. See, naturalism. See, in other scientific fields, when we identify correlation, we typically move towards understanding the causal mechanism. For example, we understand how specific chemical reactions cause a change in color, or how electrical signals can cause muscle contractions. The consciousness dilemma. Let me give you some of these and bust your head. See, with consciousness, naturalism hasn't provided a mechanism.
Hold on, what's the source?
For how physical properties. For how physical properties.
Soon you say we, nigga, I knew you was reading from somewhere.
What's the source?
Well, yeah, of course I got my
sources.
I got everything. I got everything here. I got everything. Did y'all hear what he said? He got to be. Well, I ain't gonna come up here and make it up.
Hey, hold on, AJ. Man, that's the watchtower. What's up, man? I ain't going over that.
Hey, JJ, we got another one.
Bring them young university schools.
He said the watchtower.
Hey, JJ, we got another one from the chat for you, man. Hey, dude said. Hold on, JJ. Hold on, you got a question from the chat, yo. He said all animals have dreams. Who's interpreting the animals' dreams?
Animal dreams.
Yeah, animals. All animals have dreams.
But animals dream too. Animals dream too.
Who's interpreting their dreams?
I never made that claim that we interpret animal dreams. So, sir, there's actually that right there is.
Well, he just asking. He didn't say you made the claim. He just asking you.
No, I'm just saying, bro. I never. How do we interpret animal dreams? I never came up with that.
No, he's asking you. He's not saying you made the claim. He's just asking you who's interpreting that dream.
I can't answer that because I never looked into something like that.
Why did God give animals dreams?
Now you want me to make something up? I can't answer that. You what's your perspective on that?
I don't know.
Oh, just one of them gotcha moments. What we doing?
I don't.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, don't know why animals have dreams.
Hey, you know what?
They have dreams.
Maybe they got a lower conscious than us. I don't know.
They have dreams
because you do see them in the dream state. You do see their eyes batting like humans, right? You see them doing that. And science has said that animals dream. Now that I think about it.
What a correct thing is other animals have dreams because humans are animals too.
We animals too. Yeah.
Animals have dreams. I mean, I don't know how they study that, but
why we dream?
But I'm asking y'all because y'all are teaching, evolution or atheism. But what I mean?
We're not teaching atheism. Name one time when we taught atheism. What do we have to teach with atheism?
Well, shit. Every time they come on, the black atheists.
No. Only thing we say about atheism is we don't believe, but it, other like science isn't.
So is he a Hebrew? You're a Hebrew, JJ?
Nah, man. I've been stopped dealing with all that, man.
Oh, okay, so hold on.
And listen, it's embarrassing to even call yourself a Hebrew, a Christian, a Kemetic.
Okay, so what are you? Where you at? Let me even hear this.
I'm a free thinker and a truth seeker. That
means free thinker.
Put me in a box. Why should I? But see, I know that it's
making my
flawed.
point. No, relax. Hold on. I told you I was gonna get you because you was talking a little free there. You was talking a little atheistic there.
Mike. Let me see.
Hey, Kent. We done ran that man out of Hebrew. Now he's stuck in purgatory. We gotta get him out of here.
Hey, he
He's
said he was
scared
a
to
free
death to take the
thinker.
next step, yo. Hey,
When-
Hey, he
Sophie,
said he
he's
was a free
scared to
thinker.
death to take that next step. That nigga in the
But I
middle of
just-
Once
nowhere.
he said he was a free
I'm gonna
thinker,
learn.
game
I'm
over.
get quiet.
Yeah, game over, yo. A free thinker. Scared to
I
death
thought
to be
I
a real
thought
free thinker.
I thought my internet disconnected. You know, it got quiet as well.
Right. He's scared to death. Hey, look, we're gonna help you out, man. Keep hanging around.
Go ahead, dog. Let me see what she got, man.
We're not trying to teach you, man. Look, it's not a cult. We're not trying to do nothing, yo.
Let me help you out.
Happen
Hey,
to
now
y'all
that-
believe in something.
Let me
But
help
at
you
the
out
same
with that
time,
left
game.
one
but
cult
at the
trying to
same
go into
time,
another, kid.
we love
Hey,
promoting
hey,
style.
so tell him, yo, once you get up out of Islam, Christianity, Judaism, yo, you be like, okay. So right now here in that
Hey,
phase,
right.
we got the cosmic God.
Hey, you're right, but I ain't going to.
He in that law
I know
stage.
there's some kind of
In the law
Yeah.
stage.
Hey,
bigger
man,
than
you gonna be all
myself,
right, bro.
you know. So yeah, I'm in
Oh,
purgatory.
man.
Right?
You're in purgatory right now, bro. It's miserable where you at. Hey, Ken, he
It's
in
the
misery right now.
thing. I don't know if I
But
said
it's
it
true.
wrong, but
I
a
am
lot
in
of-
purgatory.
You is, yo.
I'm like stuck. Like okay, well,
I
what's
know.
up?
I
Who's
got
afraid?
you.
Should I give
All
him
right,
my
I
name
got-
or should I just
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
round of
Told
applause?
you.
Go ahead.
Told you. Him and help you out. Watch this. Watch this. Let me see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 people in this panel. I'm telling you that 5 is always better than 1. Right? Meaning we have chance to communicate ideas. We can reach a broader audience. We not by ourselves in this. Now, if you study science, right, you start to recognize, one, that stars are element producers. It's not a damn mineral like Infidisi said. It's a wild pseudo. But it produces elements, okay? And so once a star starts to produce elements and it explodes, right, those elements start to go everywhere, all right? And so what we can agree is protons, neutrons, molecules, atoms, and all that, right?
Mhm.
That connects all of humanity and all living life, molecules and atoms, right? We share the same molecules, same atoms. Then you start to understand that we're not by ourselves, that we not only connected to all biological organisms, we're also chemically connected to the cosmos. So watch this. Biologically, we connected to all living life forms. At a certain point in history, you can see the daggone divergence. So there is no doubt that we are connected to all living organisms. Your eyes is lying to you. Your eyes tell you, no, we separate. I'm not this, I'm not an animal. It's not true. You're connected to it. There's no way around it. Chemically, right? We're connected to the chemical element chart. And I just told you, suns produce elements, produce the chemicals that will later on be life. Now, just because we don't understand how we got to that process, we can at least understand that biologically we connected everything, and cosmically, right, chemically, we are connected to the cosmos. So at this point, since we understand we connected everything, we're never alone. So the thing you seem to be looking for is really in you. You the thing you're looking for. You just don't know how to express it. You have allowed other human beings to define your reality based off of their spiritual systems that's old and played out at times.
Hey, Ankh, so in the back.
No, let me address
Kent,
that.
where Kent? Kent, you gotta let
Yeah, let's finish, man.
I think Kent left too.
Go ahead, give me some more there.
So I'm trying to get you how I stabilize my reality for a minute.
Oh, okay.
That we too busy trying to make it spiritual and just not deal with the thing that's right in front of us, yo. We got other human beings in front of us, yo. That we need to make sure we adhere to certain rules and regulations, to be respectful, right? And to look out for others who don't got what we got. Help them out. That's why I always, I do the education thing. Because I know everybody ain't got time to go get some college level books and really get the real explanation. Y'all take a lot of flack for that. And I know when I'm lonely at times by myself, I know I got a family. I can reach out and call. And when I can't get in touch with them, I know I'm bigger. I mean, not bigger, but I understand I'm connected to a greater whole, bro. There's no escaping. Boundless universe, bro. I'm connected to that, yo. Right.
Yeah.
So it's not a one thing. We've been stuck in the one thing when it's a many of things coming together to come to this point in time. And oh, by the way, who said we got to know everything? That's religious thinking. Scientists, humans don't have to know everything. We in the biggest classroom ever, bro. Hopefully we can learn something every day. And I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with not knowing everything about everything, yo. So get comfortable without having all the answers and keep moving the line back and forth. We with 13 billion. What about me for that? What about me? 13.5 billion years is forever, yo. And with that, yo, I just wanted to kind of make you a little comfortable, right? In trying to understand this thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Let
that's
somebody
where I'm
else
at.
go, and then I'm gonna pull my little information up there. So I got some questions for you guys, man. You know, did anybody else want to jump in before I start cooking, or you know?
Ask any question. I need to do
So
my
let's
little
begin, ladies and
Sanchez.
gentlemen.
I just need to get it out. Just need to get my
So
little
who is it?
Sanchez out.
Oh,
That
come on,
whole
bro. Don't
shit.
come mess up the show, bro. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Yesterday you got so scared and frightened.
This
You
is
should have
show,
won
yo. He can
$7,000.
say what he want to say. Let that man do his
I
thing.
say so.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can't cut it
What's
in.
good,
Okay, well, I'm
Cedric?
gonna let him put y'all to
I'm gonna
sleep.
go on mute.
Hey,
I'm gonna go on mute
I
before I
will
crash
come over
out
here
on
and do a
this.
show for your people. I will come over and do a show for your people, man. You know, you pay me like $200.
What's good,
You know
Cedric?
what I'm saying?
Yo, it's like,
I'm tired of doing stuff for free and teaching you guys.
yo,
Do
it's
you
like,
think I'm gonna pay a pseudo?
You guys have a problem. Let's begin with the absolute beginning,
Man,
the
it's
point of
delusional,
science.
yo.
See, when I get into my bag, here come Frog Throw. Hey guys, get JJ out of here. No, bro.
hey, hold on, JJ, but it's
I
like
have
Alex
permission to
said though,
speak on your
JJ.
show, Cedric. I didn't know you
Hey,
had a
JJ,
platform. I got
hey,
one.
JJ, hey, JJ, it's like Alex said though. The more science understands, the less it realizes it knows.
Yeah,
That
but
frontier keep moving, don't it, Kent?
Already.
Don't it, Alex? That frontier keep moving, don't
But then here comes Cedric over here to mess the
One
show up, man.
question.
And, you know,
I have
I'll
my
come over
own
here
litmus
to
test.
teach and learn.
I have my
I'm not
own
going to go back and
litmus
forth
test.
with the ad
If
hoc.
you want to be on the pseudos killer platform, when I'm around, you have to answer this one question.
You don't have a platform, nigga. I got a platform. Actually, you know how many people that watch the lives then? 750,000. Here, let me show you. Let me show you, bro. In 3 years.
Hey,
JJ, balance water.
You gotta realize this is Cedric platform, JJ. You can't tell him, man, he ain't got no platform when you on his platform. That's just nonsense.
JJ, balance water. JJ, balance water, JJ.
Okay, so we live in an age of unprecedented scientific discovery. Shut your mouth.
JJ, if you want to have a scientific discussion,
I want you.
balance water.
I want to pay you some money. I'm gonna send you some cash app, and I want to get the clock out. And I'm gonna beat the shit out of this damn dumbass goddamn tether. You goddamn hard foot ass nigga. Your feet so hard you can play hacky sack with goddamn cinder blocks.
Can you balance
You're not
water,
one of us,
JJ?
nigga. You're turning pink.
JJ, can you
Nigga,
balance
you was
water?
Uncle Shoe Shine Boy. Remember
No,
that?
no, listen. Let him
7,000
say
made
it.
you a champion.
Let him
And bitch,
say
you
it.
just
Let him
split
say
the
it.
lines
Don't
and
put
belt.
him
I
anywhere.
debate you over here, ho. I
Okay.
don't like you.
JJ,
So shut your
balance
mouth.
water, JJ.
You know
Right
what?
now, balance water.
You know what?
H3O plus how much OH minus gives you how much H2O? Go ahead, JJ. Balance water. Balance water, JJ.
So are you gonna be quiet?
Can you balance water,
Because
JJ?
you're not
Yes
gonna
or
cut my
no?
bill.
Can you balance water, JJ?
Do you suck dick?
JJ, can you balance
You suck
water,
dick?
JJ?
Come
Banana
on, man.
dick, you hoe ass nigga.
Hold on. We ain't gonna do the gay shit, JJ, man. Hold on, man. But hold on, look.
This is echo chamber. Hey Cedric, why you turning
Can
pink?
you balance water, JJ? It's a simple question, yes or no?
Look, man, we
I
get
even started the formula for you. You just need to pull in the numbers. Can you do it, JJ?
so look, so yeah, we not gonna do the disrespect, JJ. with all of the gay shit and all that, man. Let's keep it cordial, man. If you talk crazy, but then you ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Just show a little bit of restraint.
I saw Sanchez name in the title, so I thought we was gonna have a conversation about the Gish thing, inability to answer a question simple. But it's JJ up here wilding out. So can you balance water, JJ?
Well, I let him answer the question. Go ahead, JJ. Can you balance water, man? Answer the man question, man.
Hey, you know what? What that got to do with what I'm talking about right now? Let me go, and then we can figure out
That's
who can
a
balance water,
basic.
or either
It
y'all.
was a question. It was a question.
That's a
It was a
basic.
question. Yeah.
That's a basic.
I don't know if I can balance
question.
water or not. Can you? Can you
Yes,
balance
I can.
water, nigga?
Do you even know what that
Can
means?
you balance
No,
it? Huh? Can you? Hey, can you peel coconuts with them hard ass feet in the islands? What's the science
No.
behind that hard foot ass nigga?
Mm.
Bitch ass nigga.
Mm.
I'm out of here, man. You know you can't see me.
Bye.
Got him shook, said.
Of course I got him shook. Oh,
That's
sure.
crazy.
That's how they gonna crash out. Sanchez sees my name on the title, he starts to freak out. Because I ask him one simple question, bro. Do you have a model to replace her out of Africa TV? Is your position opposite to monogenesis? Do you have a polygenesis position? And listen, I'm tired of these clowns. I'm just tired. I can't do it. I can't do it.
What you think about the conversation earlier with Sanchez versus Ankh, the
Sanchez
pre-debate?
is a retard. Sanchez is a medium. Sanchez is a retard. Sanchez sounds like, you know how, like, when white people think of how dumb black people sound, they put on Sanchez. Like, Sanchez is like blackface in the day. That, you know, when the white people did blackface, they were doing Sanchez. This man sounds so dumb. He doesn't have, like, he's completely clueless. He is just there for the show. He is just there. He literally likes sounding stupid and being retarded. How else do you put that? Well, I can challenge y'all just regurgitating the sign. Do you know what the uppermost atmosphere of the, but then it's buoyancy. Oh, and the density and buoyancy, that's no gravity. Isn't gravity in the formula for buoyancy? And he doesn't have a conversation. So he has a 10-minute dish gallop when you can respond to him in 2 seconds. And then he needs to go on for another 20 minutes. And this is all technique. And it is sad that we entertain these guys. I am not talking to Sanchez. Sanchez is a clueless idiot. We give idiots credibility by even having the conversation. I'm not talking to JJ. JJ can't balance water.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not doing it. I'm not.
I
No.
understand what you're saying because that's what most scientists say. They don't have the time to debate them, let alone give them the credibility. But you know, it's a business, it's entertainment in it. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why, you know.
I'm gonna do the boring thing. I'm gonna keep making my presentations, get up here and do my college style presentations, 40, 50 slides long, and get the hell out. I'm not doing it anymore. I refuse to have a conversation to make a dude like Sanchez feel like he's equally yoked to someone like me. Are you out of your mind?
Well, it's not. So how they say is not really for the person you're debating because you ain't gonna convince them of nothing, right? But it's more so for the audience that's listening that might even think that they got something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really who you know. I know that's who
Yeah.
Aunt do it for.
Sanchez,
I ask them all the
bro.
time, like, yo, how can you uh deal with this day in and day out, and he just really got a love for the people that he debate. You know, the audience members that's watching it more so than the person that he debating. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that aspect of it, but yeah, I'm like you, man. Man, short patience for that type of shit.
Yeah, at a certain point,
Yeah, I'm
I
done with
played
that.
up
I'm
there.
done with that too, yo.
Yeah, I
I had
played up
I
there,
had
but
to fall out with Stoopies and Haskell dumbass. I did that.
Oh yeah. I was trying to ask you like what's Stu Peas and you said they said you was racist and shit. Like what the hell is that?
yeah, bro, like I don't know. The Black Egypt conversation is like people just stuck, yo. People just stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck with they at. The dude told me because I used the
They
I used
retarded.
the
You know, read.
yeah, dude said because I used the phenotype website, and because that website uses carcoon and all. I said, even though I said early anthropology was racist as hell, but you still have to give it to, you know what I'm saying, whatever the part of of that science, like just for they, their conclusion can be racist and wrong and pseudo as hell, but it's pieces of that, you know what I'm saying, data collected can still be used, you know what I'm saying, for like for the future, or like, you know what I'm saying, modern anthropology. Like Carl Kuhn, for example, his conclusions and all that shit was racist as hell, but he was right. The one thing he did get right was on, variations in populations, and that's
Mm-hmm.
still used in modern anthropology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But shit,
I don't
man.
know.
It's what it is, man. Said you got a debate coming up, don't you?
Nah,
Oh, okay. Y'all cancel it.
yeah, I cancel that.
Oh, okay. You said fuck. You said fuck that.
Yeah, Ken, body budget, bro.
I
It's a body
understand.
budget thing. The body budget thing. As soon as what you do and start to affect my body budget, I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, man. Health is wealth, man. What can
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say?
yeah,
What can
yeah.
I say, man?
As
Who
soon
is
as
your great?
my I was going to debate Steve Caballero. Um, these dudes undercover pseudo and and trying to it's like Naftali. She's a scientist but don't recognize science. So
Oh yeah, that's
the
a headache.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah. So the debate was does uh does evolution completely explain the origins of modern human? Now, the only word there that is a hinge point is completely. And when we look for completely in terms of science, first of all, and you claim to be a science teacher and you look for the word completely. Hmm.
That's
That's a
No,
crazy.
red flag.
yeah,
And it's
that's
such a vague ass topic. There's no way you're in any field of science with that type of topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Right.
so now you gotta go and explain. Now, when you're using the word completely in the realm of science, what are you defining? Are you talking about mechanisms? Right? Are you talking about processes? Are you talking about definitive that this is the theory?
They aren't doing any of that because they don't understand evolution to begin with.
Agnes.
It's
Exactly.
the title
Background.
itself is fallacious based on their intent.
Exactly. That's man. And you catch the flip
Hey,
now.
Gella. Hold on. Hey, Gella,
So
your
so the
background going
moment
Feedback.
crazy, Gella.
so the moment science so the moment we continue to add more information to the body of the work we have, does that leave room for any speculation of anything outside of the scientific realm? Would any addition to that body of knowledge make it less complete?
Right.
Like, the question alone is indicative of your religious framing, right? You need a definitive answer.
I,
You
I
need
wouldn't even go to religious. I would just say educational, just because of the lack of understanding of evolution and just the framing of the title. It's giving that they disagree with it, they don't understand it, and they
yeah.
want you to explain, even though they're the person that presented the title.
What do you think of someone's understanding of evolution when they say one group replaced the next? Thank you. Enough said.
Y'all talking about the Sanchez?
That sounds like
No,
a headache.
Huh?
there's these groups out there professing to be able to use haplogroups to stick on to phenotypes and identity. And when they articulate this, you hear it's wait a minute. There's a continuity there that you're missing. You speak of haplogroups as if they are a monolith and give you a definitive uh, uh, a phenotype or physical attributes that are definitive. It's like, no, you don't
Man,
understand evolution.
that's what I hate about these Freestyle Friday DNA uh, so-called new studied people online. It's not even the people in university. It's the people online with this bullshit. And it's like you really don't understand genetics. You barely understand the entire human genome, but you want to cherry pick genetics so it fits your
Oh,
agenda, but you don't understand the human genome. You can't
no,
explain the human genome genetically,
nope.
but you want to use it to fit your points. Like it's
You know,
crazy.
I'm listening to conversation. Wait a minute. Do you understand population genetic, lineal gradients? So if you understand these things, how you are applying haplogroups in these strict, rigid lines, like it doesn't work that way. And when we are looking at haplogroup, we are looking at the changes in certain allele frequencies that become dominant in a population. It isn't saying it went from A to 1B one way and then it jumped to that one. That's not how that works.
No,
And even if you're looking at those
it's not a
particular,
virus.
it doesn't tell you anything about the population per se. Eh, eh, and you're using genetics and interjecting terminologies like aprocoid, caucasoid, and
Oh
inventing
God.
certain terms like basal mulatto. I'm
Taking
never
all of the
forget that one.
archaeological terms and shit. Oh my God.
I ain't letting that one go.
Who said Basil Mulatto?
God energy.
Oh man. I hear y'all talk about them all the time. I never really listened to them present or
You
nothing like that. I
you
might
don't
have
want
to.
the killer citizens?
Nah, I never watched none of they shows, man. I might have to check one out to see what y'all talking about because I hear y'all
They
mention that dude a
awesome.
lot.
Better they
The Timu
better knew
PK.
us, bro. Better knew us.
Now the Timu version. My
Yeah.
bad.
Mhm. Mhm.
I gotta check them out
They
though,
got the
man.
Ngozi, they got the Ngozi over there. They got assault. They got a good fiery good. He's I don't know who humble is. Kid.
So what is their whole thing? Like were they scientifically literally
Yeah,
uh
supposedly, allegedly.
what you saying they getting some things wrong? Is it minor shit or
Yeah, he had a lot wrong.
Yeah,
He had a lot wrong.
when you hear certain conclusions and certain terms being used, you
Principle.
it is you hear confirmation bias and um confirmation bias, right? You're engaging with the data to affirm and confirm certain outdated things, or you're trying to prove that pseudo killers, for example, wrong when we dismiss certain work like Shidi that determined that everywhere was black, right? You're going to prove with modern science that these terms are still applicable. Black, Caucasoid, Africoid. Yeah, yeah.
And then
I mean, basically, he
cross
talked like,
examine where he got them from, because he didn't originate the thought. So where did he get them from?
Right.
You
yeah,
cross
basically,
examine
he's,
him and you find where he got it from.
yeah,
Right.
basically, they're giving a
Leo
scientific
Wiener,
lecture,
Von
talking like
Rittenau,
that,
and others.
Chancellor. That's basically what they're doing. They're giving a scientific lecture, speaking like Chancellor Williams, structural relaxation. That makes sense. You feel? So yeah.
We might have to do a reaction video to their presentation, man.
Yeah, I tell you what you do, man. Listen, it's hard to get. Man, listen,
It's hard. It's hard.
how you do a presentation with 89 slides?
Sheesh.
And you know what's funny? Nepal even asked, okay, so like if I'm doing a presentation, I'll tell you what the objective is, right? Like I got it's pretty long, but I'm gonna chop it up because this whole Satanism, Luciferian thing. So I said, you know what? Let me dive in, and I went all the way back. But the objective is clear. I'm giving a chronological story, right, on how these myths are created, right? How these cults get these labels added to them. But I'm telling a comprehensive story, and you understand where I'm taking you. I'm looking at this presentation, and I'm going, okay, what are you trying to say? And then it's all science, 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 and then you hear black. So black. So Africoid features. And I'm like, wait a minute. So our own brother Ranuka Rashidi, who already indicated that the Zhang dynasty in China was a black dynasty that was replaced by wait, stop. Back up. What do you just say? So this whole endeavor was to solidify the world was black. Black people everywhere. Connecting the Adamese Islands people to the indigenous people of the first wave that came into South America. Now, Polynesians, yes, understand that, but Adamese Island, how you make
Ain't
that
hit them with
connection?
they ain't hit them with the skin map and let them understand, like,
You ain't even gotta do that. You ain't even gotta take it that far. My number one question when people reach like that is prove point of contact. Like you said with uh the is it Polynesians and the Atlantic, not the Atlantic, but the Pacific Islanders.
Pacific, yeah.
You can prove point of contact with South America. You can't prove point of contact with the Vietnamese people. You can barely I don't know, I won't say barely. You can't find proof of them
Yes, but you take
shipping
the basal,
over the
you
ocean.
take the basal haplogroup. If you take the basal haplogroup that runs through these people, you could see that the original stock are looking like the people from. This is not me, right? Well, you can see the original stock of the Adamese Islands. Now, if you take the Olmec heads and you look at the features, you can see the Africoid features. And if you look at the people in the Adamese Islands today, or Papua New Guineans, you can see that connection coming from. You see how the film is working, right? Now, within two parents that share the same phenotype, they are going to produce offspring of different hue. It is 20 genes that work together to produce the hue in each offspring. They are going to have varying levels of melanin. It's not a stop and go full your tank. Now put that in environment where you have different pockets of different environments all over the continent, where your diet varies, radiation varies. You are endemically going to have different degrees of skin color just based on the environment you're in and not necessarily due to your haplogroup being 800. And if you look at this group, they are still this zero. Like what? So now in your environment, folic acid, these type of things, this is what is going to be the predominant shade that you find in any particular environment based on these environmental factors.
Hey, but
You're
look though, we can react to it, Kent.
Yeah.
We would have to cause the shit's like 3 hours, bro. That's just part
Okay.
one. I'm telling you, you got 89 slides. I think it's one and a two. Like
yeah.
that's just insane to even think. Like even
Yeah,
experts don't do
89
that, bro.
slides just 89 slides just tells me you can't trim the fat. You can't just go plate for plate for plate and just present the data and leave, the opinionated shit out of there. You got a whole lot of fat.
Yeah.
Trim that brisket.
Yeah.
Turn the
To
brisket down.
go to go and break it all down, it requires triple the amount of work. Look at like Dr. Dave. He would take a hour video and to adequately rebut it, he sometimes 3.5 hours in one.
Right,
It,
right.
it just takes that long.
Might have to
I
do
don't
part.
want to
Yeah,
demoralize
it
the
takes
young
Might have to
time.
lady.
do it.
I ain't
We
gonna
might have
lie.
to do a series on them, like every 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It takes time. I remember we were doing our research with the team, and I
Yeah.
know one time we'd be deep in 3 to 6 months on the same topic, just
Yeah,
trying to refute shit. So
yeah, that's real.
Wow.
Shit,
I
man.
mean, at the same time, you don't want to discourage the young brothers, but you see that they are riding solo. Like the whole discussion with Humble that you cannot use a Pokemon to reference evolution. That's a bad reference. What you're seeing there is
wait a
growth,
minute. He did what?
maturity.
He did what?
Behave, Mel. Behave. I'm like, no, Humble. What you're
Yeah, I'm
seeing
not ready for
What
that.
you're seeing in Pokemon is what we call metamorphosis, right? The transformation from one state, and they even have the cocooning in most
Oh
of it.
man.
In most of it, so that is metamorphosis. You cannot use that to equate to evolution. Evolution happens in population, not in a single entity, and you do not get radical transformations like that. You get gradual steps, right? And even sometimes one of the evolutionary wings do not result uh in anything that continues, right? It's a dead end. It's a dead end branch because evolution is not linear. But you cannot look at evolution in a single entity. That's flawed reasoning. If
Hmm.
you put that frame of reference in your head, you're going to make the mistakes that I'm seeing here. This population turned into that one and turned into that one because you can see the haplogroups changing. Mm, 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 mm.
You said they try to use a Pokemon.
How was it a presentation too?
No. Remember,
That
we were
shit
having
downright
that
crazy.
was a
Nah,
different discussion separately with Humble, right? Where we were trying to
I'm not
talking about evolution,
please.
and yeah, bad example, bad example. Oh, he was trying to use metamorphosis as an example of a speciation. No, yeah,
That shit, man. We ain't gonna hold them too late. You know what I mean? It is getting a little about that time.
yeah,
So we might come in this thing tomorrow, man, and break that down, which I was talking about just now. But
yeah.
shoot,
Yeah, you
man.
can do that. I gotta get this video together, man. We got to flip. We can take a look at it though. And we can figure out how we can dice
Yeah,
it up though.
yeah,
True
But
indeed.
thanks everybody for coming through, man. Shout out to Mel for coming through.
Yeah, man, I fell asleep. I got sleep. I got to start the show. Sometimes.
Gee. Would you say, Sid?
I fell asleep. I was over there with Sanchez, bro. That was difficult to stay up there, bro.
Oh
Man.
yeah, I already know what time it was, man. I
Oh,
caught 5 minutes of it. I said
long,
I just catch Ankh afterwards.
Yo, that was man. Fish galloping and going off on tangent that has nothing to do with the question that was asked. I'm just challenging everything the science comes up with. I don't have a paper. I'm not gonna give you my counter model right now. I'm saving it for the debate. Bro, if you have a counter model, what is it? What's your counter model? Is it photogenesis? Is it monogenesis? Yeah, you see using those words because you're trying to trip me up, get me to show my hand right now. Like, I challenge, I question everything. See, you guys just regurgitate everything, and you see, how come a tennis ball, a ping pong ball is gonna float on water? See, Newton, apple fall on Newton's head, and he called that gravity. But if that same apple was to fall in water, it would float because of the buoyancy. See, y'all think that gravity is something. Why does an apple float in the water? For the buoyancy. You don't understand the buoyancy has G gravity in its formula. Like, doesn't that count for something though, Sanchez? And you can't stop him to ask him that question, right? Because he needs to. Now you see, we were having a
You on the
good.
way out, man.
You about to get it? I'm just gonna let him rock, man.
Man,
Shit, gotta.
Tomorrow, guys.
All right, peace, man. Look out for that.